Girls are having a chat about that one later on tonight. Charlize is probably watching on from the States, from LA at the moment.
I'll tell you what, those backyard battles have been fierce, especially now that Tanika's old enough to take part in them.
Rogers from the corner.
Well, that looked good.
Did look good.
Dale so everywhere right now.
I love her work rate, McKenna Dale. Here she is, catch and shoot. She's a specialist. That one is short, just unable to land a blow at the moment.
Is that going to be a foul? No, it's not going to be foul. They're straight out of bounds. Nice effort. Rogers trying to get in and tap that, but keep that ball in bounds, unable to do so.
Just a minute into this second quarter. We're going to revisit that Tanika Ledger-Walker block in just a moment as well, so stay tuned for that. The young star with a highlight early in this one. Good ball movement, fantastic work by the Kāhu, and deservedly so. Down goes the three for Flavel.
Taking great advantage of Steph Barstow's skill set. The double comes immediately on her catch, but unselfishly hits Flavel in the corner for the triple.
Langton. Ball back out to Hokianga. Look at Asia Anderson, speaking of work rates. And in the end, a reaching foul in there, either or Anderson. It's Anderson. Here's the block, I think. Here we go. Look out, Tanika Ledger-Walker.
A little bit of contact. Probably need to give a little bit more of a landing space there. But hey, Kaylee smiling, none the worse for wear.
We love a highlight. Kuka. Hokianga now. Shot clock at 7. Picks up the dribble. Something here maybe for the Whai. Shot looks deep. It is Anderson.
We've got to get it across. Just 4 seconds to do so. Hokianga can't turn her, so it's a fast break opportunity.
Ends up with Ledger-Walker. Low scoring. Been a tough battle so far tonight in the Rapid League. Starting to see some real stars emerge in this competition as well.
Kāhu really on a string defensively. Good communication, good rotations, and the activity has been excellent.
Some of the plays you've been impressed with so far in the Rapid League. Ashley Strawbridge is starting to really find her feet.
She's been playing really, really well. I really love the way Sophie Rogers has been shooting that basketball. It's been impressive to see her aspect. Of course, I mentioned Steph Barstow earlier, how she's just been dominating the competition with her offensive prowess. But, you know, there's Sean Rabati, when she was there early in the season, she's moved in the starting lineup now. But overall, just the talent's really impressive year 2 of it.
Speaking of impressive things, how about some free fuel?
Wait a minute. Is this back?
With thanks to Waitomo, you know what to do. There's the QR code. Scan away, spin away, and win some free fuel with thanks to Waitomo. I know we always talk about the cow, but
I can confirm they're not giving away cows.
Really?
I can confirm. I haven't actually checked it out, but I'm just going to confirm it anyway because I don't think it's happening.
Great to have Waitomo Fuels back with us again.
Free moolah, baby. Keep using that QR code. That will pop up again in case you missed it in the second half.
Ledger-Walker. Great pass into the corner. Look who's got it. Tanika Ledger-Walker goes deep on the shot, and the Kāhu just struggling at the moment to land that big blow. I mean, it's already opened at 7 points. Speaking of finding it hard to score tonight, how about the Whai?
Well, the Kāhu have done just such a nice job of coming out prepared, locked in a lot of chat. Look at them in the passing lanes. Crystal Ledger-Walker, well, that's physical. Crystal Ledger-Walker does not like that.
Wasn't happy with it, but I'll say it again. You and I sat here this time last week and talked about Crystal Ledger-Walker's ability to steal on an inbound pass.
She's just locked in on that end of the court. Gives up so much of her game offensively to be that jack of all trades, dishing the basketball, but defensively her anticipation.
But opposition teams need to be aware of it. She's the best in the competition at doing this. Like, be aware if she's there, you know what she's going to try and do.
Well, there's certain players, no matter where, if they're one pass away, you have to be a little bit more careful with the basketball. You have to have that understanding. And, you know, in my day, guys like Dylan Boucher, Mika Vakona, you knew they were going to swipe at it if you were loose with the ball. And Crystal Ledger-Walker, she's a shark in those seas.
One of the best. One of the very, very best.
It is not smooth sailing. She is just beneath the ocean trying to get it.
Ledger-Walker adds 2 from the Chemist Warehouse at one end, and now McKenna Dale will try and do it back the other way for the Whai.
She's just getting a little bit more aggressive. You can see the leadership there. You love to see a player of McKenna Dale's stature who's, playing in the Rapid League, obviously playing well enough in Tauihi to be a starter, but is coming down here playing big minutes in this competition, and you see that leadership there, telling the players where to go. You're down 9 right now, but she understands that's not that big a deficit. They can work their way back into it, especially if she's able to get a couple from the stripe here.
She's landed one. Second one is in and out. That'll be a Kāhu ball. It's always a big round. It seems that way in Tauihi, and round 5 is no different. Kāhu and the Whai tonight. Then we take a break. We've got a Friday night off, believe it or not, Case.
Well, I'll take it. I feel like it's going to get filled up with something. Most likely some kind of child sport. Hopefully I get some lollies, though. If I get some lollies on the back of tonight when they're out trick-or-treating, I'll be okay.
Well, surely that was the...
it's always the deal.
I was going to say, that would have been the instruction before your kids hit the town.
My children are very aware of the dad tax. There's a dad tax on anything.
1 for you, 7 for me.
Percentages.
Whai and the Hoi Ho battle on Saturday night. That game down at Taupō Event Centre. And then Sunday afternoon, Pauakai, who have lost their last 2, they welcome the Queens to town in Christchurch. That'll be a tough battle as well. Not sure at this stage whether Cassandra Brown will be back in for the Pauakai. She's missed the last couple of weeks with a back injury.
The Pauakai were able to get through without her in that first game, picking up a victory against the Kāhu a couple of weeks ago, but fell back down to earth in that return trip, and her presence is really vital for that interior activity of the Pauakai.
Margin at 7. Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout for this first half. Bairstow, she is so deadly from that Chemist Warehouse stripe.
I like the design of the play as we see a BNZ player timeout by McKenna Dale, but the design of the play, they've got a lot of catches for Bairstow in that elbow area up to the 3, and she's got the ability to shoot. You got to guard her, but you have to worry about the bounce too.
Of course, BNZ player timeout. It's only for the players on the court. They get to chat for 30 seconds and advance the ball, and it gives you a chance to scan that QR code for the ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. 5,000 tickets up for grabs for school groups, sports groups, community groups to get along to see Tauihi this season. What a fantastic initiative. Grab your tickets to the big game with thanks to BNZ.
Going fast those tickets are, so make sure you get that QR code and sign up. See if your group is eligible.
Let's see what the Whai do out of that BNZ player timeout.
Good move, Smiler.
Gave it up to Dale. Can't score, and that'll do us. So halfway through tonight, Sky Broadband Rapid League, it has been a tough battle. Both teams playing well enough, just unable to land the big blows. And it's 15-6. Kāhu lead by 9.
Well, that's exactly the start the Kāhu were hoping for. Just locked down defensively. Only gave up 2 made buckets to the Whai in the entirety of the half and shut down that 3-point line. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, seeing the scores there, Bailey Flavel added 3 to the 4 in the first quarter. Leading scorer with 7 points. Steph Bairstow backing her up nicely with 4. McKenna Dale with 3 points. And there's 3 scores in total for the Whai. A tough half, taking out the rebounds overall. It's a 9-8 advantage to the Kāhu, with those rebounds spread around a wee bit. The assist game, Crystal Ledger-Walker with a couple. 4 players spread across both teams with 1 apiece. To the blocks, we had a big one. Tanika Ledger-Walker smacking that shot right out of the sky. She's got a niece somewhere in the stadium. I wonder if she'll remember the block.
And there's the steals, a couple each at halftime. All of the stats.
Look at the Ledger-Walkers on that stat sheet.
They dominate that area.
That surprised me.
Chemist Warehouse, of course, joining us as always for all of the stats right across our competitions here in New Zealand. Cells NBL tipping off in March. From all reports, the season schedule will be announced in the coming days. And speaking of announcements, a big one made this week with the introduction of new teams in both the Cells NBL and GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi for 2025. A big welcome to the Indian Panthers.
It's a fantastic initiative. Really excited to see. Obviously, you had a lot to do with that, Justin. A lot of work behind the scenes for I mean, in all honesty, not as long as one
Pretty
would think.
quick.
It's come together from the initial interest to the vetting to getting everything lined up, the scheduling, which will be out soon for the Sal's NBL. But it's just really exciting for the game of basketball here in New Zealand, the number of eyeballs that we're going to bring to it.
A few eyeballs looking at this one right now.
Get your moolah. Score your Waitomo moolah now. Use that QR code and win free fuel. I have used it. I'll let you know that, Justin. I have used it. I got $5.
Well, that's better.
Fantastic.
That's better than nothing.
I'll tell you, I only played once, and I took that $5 and I ran with it.
Nice.
So I can say it is legitimate.
Feels like we're just constantly giving stuff away and a game of basketball breaks out. Crystal Ledger Walker. That's a good start for the Kāhu.
Just she's got that ability to finish off either foot there. Uses the size advantage she has against Palasogianga there to get that bucket.
There is going to be a day, Casey Frank, and let's hope it's a fair way down the track because, oh, that won't go. Because we know Charlize Ledger-Walker is doing fantastic things on the international stage, but there will come a day here in New Zealand, in Tauihi, when Crystal Ledger-Walker, Charlize Ledger-Walker, Tanika Ledger-Walker line up in the same team. How exciting.
That'll be pretty fun. That'll be pretty fun. Crystal's going to have to convince Charlize to come back, I think. Tanika as well.
Who starts point guard out of those three?
I mean, I think the good news is you got 3 ball handlers. Anybody can go with it.
Nice problem to have, isn't it?
And the Rogers dropping the free throw there from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, cutting the lead back to single digits.
You spoke earlier about the Rogers sisters, Emma and Sophie. Gee, they're really breaking out in this competition, aren't they? Huge futures for those two young ladies.
It's just fantastic to see them be able to apply their trade here in Tauihi in the Rapid League, get this training against everyone, and we've seen the effect, I think, over the last few years of what this amount of time on the basketball court with players, you know, a little bit above your level has done at the national, the school national level and age group track qualifications. Fantastic to see shots like that. Emma Rogers showing the range up to 5 points on that one.
Well, really apt that you were just talking about Emma Rogers, Casey, and she steps up and she does that. There's no doubt that this Rapid League competition, we saw it in the Sal's, of course, and we did see it in Tauihi last season as well. The emergence of so many young players who are now getting on the court and playing meaningful minutes.
Step back.
Bairstow responds.
Yeah, it's a deep of twos, but shows a nice bit of skill.
Rogers to Smiler.
And the offensive rebound, Rogers makes the right play and then gets the offensive rebound for a second crack at it.
Hokianga now, and that's come off her foot and out of play. As we've seen so often in these games, even if it is a tight battle and scoring hard to come by, at some stage it opens up.
Fantastic write-up in the locker room today in the newsroom on Palace Hokianga about her journey to what we think could be maybe a future basketball superstar.
And she's on the rise, isn't she? Again, really broke out last season in this competition, and she's been doing well at Tauihi level as well.
Oh, nice pass ahead. McKenna Dale has got another one. But the defensive effort of Flavel there slows down the pass.
Hokianga fires away from deep.
Oh, nice recognition there. Steph Bairstow closed out short. Worried about the drive, and Hokianga says, you step back. I drain it.
And just like that, they're right.
Mismatch in the post, mouse of the house.
And a block from Kaylee Smiler.
No mouse in this house. And Smiler comes to the side. Take another look at the triple from Hokianga. Just really nice assessment of the situation. You see as Bairstow drops all the way back there, worried about the driving ability. On the other end, we are down to 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I reckon Kaylee Smiler's got a bit of a smile on her face. She was hammered in the first half on a block, and return serve there. Here's Flavel. Nice move, wasn't it? Just a little bit too deep on the shot.
Nice pass by Rotuna from the ground there. Somehow got it out to Flavel.
Whai score here. They're back within a basket. Good ball movement. Chance. No. Rogers unable to finish. There's a foul underneath, though.
You know, we compliment this Kāhu team quite often on the grindiness of their efforts. You know, they're out there, they're working hard. With Smiler she's cut of that same cloth. She is getting involved physically. Nice offensive rebound there. We saw the block a couple possessions ago. A little bit of an agitator in her as well. We saw the foul on Crystal Ledger-Walker. Has been impactful in her minutes here in the Rapid League today.
I feel like the Fire do a lot of three-point shooting at training. We've seen a bit of it here so far in Rapid League, but at Tauihi level, 47% of every shot they take is from outside the arc.
They're getting them up. They are magnitudes higher in terms of rate and makes than the rest of the competition.
Margin at 3.
And unfortunately for them, it hasn't transferred to wins yet. Got to find a way to not be so dependent on that 3, because when it dries up quick.
A chance to tie it up. Rogers, oh, in and out, so close.
5 really worked their way back into this game. The Kāhu here need to find an answer. Have been taken out of their rhythm in the latter half of this quarter. Foul there on McKenna Dale as Bailey Flavel's trying to bring the ball up the court.
Late in the third quarter here, 4x4 minute game, of course, in the Rapid League. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi still to come tonight. Halloween. Sit back and relax with us. Enjoy some live basketball on Sky Sport.
Bucket doesn't go there, but Crystal Ledger-Walker manipulated defense nicely with the pass fake inside before getting to the corner.
Here's Dale. She'll be aware of the time. Shot clock is about 4 seconds inside the game clock. Rogers sizing up her options. One of them is Smiler. One way, then the other through traffic. Well done, Ledger-Walker. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? It will be the Kāhu. A late chance. The speed of Rotuno.
Oh, yes.
Up with the 3. Down with the 3.
Count that one. No smile on her face because she's ice cold, baby. Finishing the quarter in style, stretching that lead back to 6 as Rotuno on the run. Take another look at it. A bit of a broken play works out well for the youngster from the Gold Coast on the run.
Heads up though, Case. Heads up.
Count that triple.
Turner speed. She's one of the fastest in the competition. And what a big finish for the Kāhu, and an important basket as well, because the Fire had battled back to within 3. All of a sudden, it's back out to 6. And I've got to tell you, 6 points at times can be hard to come by in the Rapid League.
Well, there has been quarters where both teams hadn't scored 6 before, so it could happen again, and that is a big lead, but really, I think much more important for the Kāhu in terms of momentum. It had been slipping away, certainly going the way of the Phi. But a big shot like that, you see the energy that goes underneath the wings of the Kāhu players, and you see the heads drop. Conversely, for the Phi going back to the locker room, as we see Michaela Cowling there right over that Sky Broadband fiber starter. I can tell you, she's costing more than $27.50 a month to play over here, but you can watch her for $27.50 a month and stream all your favorite sports with that Sky Broadband fiber starter.
And that offer ends tonight.
Tonight is the last one.
Get on board.
We're going to have to make some calls and see if we can't get this extended, Justin.
Oh, we are influential people. We are.
As a collective, there is an influential person amongst us.
Last quarter about to start. Big basket right on the buzzer for Lily Rotuno to finish off the third, taking it out by 6. I'm happy to be your understudy, by the way. I'm okay.
I thought it was the other way around.
Langton. Rotuno just got in the path of Dale. Dale comes up with it. They juggle it. They get it out. Big chance. Rogers, no. Look who comes up with it.
Hustling McKenna Dale, keeping that work rate up. Rogers to Rogers out there.
Roger that.
Roger.
Here's McKenna Dale. Bailey Flavel steps in with the foul, and McKenna Dale's just so crafty, isn't she? You have to be aware of her beyond the arc. She can shoot from range, but just like that, can put the ball on the floor as well. Look at the instruction here. She's the experienced player on the floor.
I will tell you what, though, the patience seems to have stretched a little bit more thinly. So the same conversations in the first half. But her skill set, you have to guard her at the three-point line, has that ability to rip through and get to the cup, finish strongly. She's made some nice passes today as well. And you can see that frustration she's feeling right now. They're so close, on the precipice of getting themselves back in this game, but they have to execute over this last 3.5 minutes.
Final quarter, Sky Broadband Rapid League. Second one is down. Margin at 5. We've got to stop in the game here.
Substitution was waiting there and it wasn't recognized.
Palace Hokianga back onto the floor. There she is, the number 4 for the Whai, the youngster. Playing against her good friend tonight, Bailey Flavel, of course, 2 stars of the under-17 and under-16.
We're missing one of the young stars with Cody Williams-Seffo not suiting up tonight. Congratulations to her. Signed with Xavier during the week.
I did see that.
You see a nice drive and finish there. Kāhu looking a bit more comfortable after that purple patch to end the third quarter. Crystal Ledger-Walker with another settler here. And this 7-point lead now making things much more difficult for the Whai to claw their way back in.
You can see the branding down the sides of the players' shorts. Coach Mate won't give too much away other than to say, make sure you tune in for Tauihi tonight. And we're going to be talking a little bit about Coach Mate. It's a fantastic program, or app as it is these days. I just showed my age by saying program. For coaches of junior sport. Oh, McKenna Dale. So we're going to have a talk about that a little bit later on tonight. And Dale.
Ooh, stick-to-itiveness pays off. The deep 3 no good. Well, I get a little bit closer. Off the bounce, 6 points now. Can the Whai get a stop here?
Got to do it against Flavel. Just reaching in. McKenna Dale with the foul. Flavel will go to the Chemist Warehouse.
I just like that use of speed. Coming down at 1 speed in the right hand as we take another look at McKenna Dale. Gets the offensive rebound right into the cup for the finish. Clawing her way back in there. On the other end, Bailey Flavel looking like just lulled McKenna Dale into a sense of security. Looking like it was going to be hand off the quick change of direction to the left. Gets the foul. And, I mean, I know she's not really a pro yet, but she's a professional scorer. Up to 8 points now. Make it 9. In about 9 minutes of play. Hopefully you're going to hear some news about her collegiate decisions in the near future.
Yeah, she's got a few chasing her, hasn't she? In and out dribble there from McKenna Dale. Langton, clever over Bairstow. That one lands short against Smiler, just getting after the rebounds. Now on the attack, good defense. Ledger-Walker after it again. Langton somehow out to Smiler. That doesn't drop.
Doing the right things, though. I like the way the Whai are playing. It's just not coming to the end of the bucket.
Oh, look at the speed again of Rotuno. Coast to coast. She'll do some shopping at the Chemist Warehouse. Just so quick.
Never gave a defender a chance to get in front of her. The second she got that basketball, she is foot on the accelerator. And that's that #1 rule in basketball. You have to stop the ball. And if you're dribbling, they don't stop you. Keep on going until they do.
Just 20 years of age as well, Kay. She's already spent some time with a couple of WNBL teams in Australia and now in New Zealand.
And I heard she, at a time in New Zealand, another New Zealand connection in the Gold Coast, came up under the tutelage of Piero Cameron. Was good friends.
He's got a few contacts back here.
With Layla Cameron. They grew up together, playing a lot of the same rep teams.
Is Piero Cameron that one guy that no matter where I go in the country,
everybody's going to know him?
Not only that, everyone's a cousin.
Might be a cousin. Might be a cousin.
Margin at 10.
Pretty sure he's got a cousin out in this game tonight.
He has, you're right. Dale with some aggression to the basket, unable to finish. Anderson, Ledger-Walker, quickly down. Bairstow.
Oh, good hand, Eva Langton. Bairstow had made the right move. She had Langton go for that fake and was going to be able to rip through, but didn't rip through low, as bigger players often do. Kept that high, giving Langton a chance to swipe at it, knock it off her leg, keep possession. This is about a 4-possession game at this point, and a 10-point difference, so the Whai have to work quickly.
Just over 90 seconds to play. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout alive. Get your phones ready if that QR code comes up. Smiler, down it goes.
Good energy by Smiler here in the second half, up to 6 points now. Kaylee Smiler is looking for that contact.
I really like what she's brought to the competition this season.
Beautiful little freeze of Asia Anderson there with that jab step to the right and then ripping back through to the left.
Smiler puts that one down. Still got a lot of work to do at 7. Crystal Ledger-Walker will be aware of the clock here. Experienced campaigner. And she'll take her time. And things may just open up for her. Smiler up over the top.
Looked clean high from this angle. Might have been some body contact. Crystal Ledger-Walker is nonplussed. She is happy to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Third foul on Kaylee Smiler here in the fourth quarter.
Crystal was saying to me before the game that a young daughter who must be, what, 7 or 8 months now?
Born in April, I believe.
Yep, starting to pull herself up on things.
That's scary.
Starting to climb.
It's all, and now it begins. Babies are great until they get their own agenda. Want to go over here, want to go over there.
Grandchildren are great too.
I bet they are, Justin, especially on the other side of the ditch.
And when you can give them back as well, you're right. BNZ player timeout here, 31-22. The Kāhu look to be home. Now grab your phones out. There's that QR code on screen with thanks to BNZ. 5,000 tickets to give away to come along to Tauihi games this season. School groups, community groups, sporting groups. Get your group together. Scan that QR code. Fill in all of your group's details. And the league will be in contact. Ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ.
And do it quickly. This is round 5 of a 12-round competition. I can't believe we're almost at the midway point, Justin.
It's gone quick, hasn't it? Make sure you get yourself out to see a game with thanks to BNZ. There's plenty of action. Hokianga, the young MVP star in Rapid League from 2023. They needed that. And again, Ledger-Walker now. She'll just slow it down. Bairstow has a couple of players hanging off her.
Being harassed. Like the double, came blindly. Had a nice chance at the steal from the weak side, but couldn't grab it cleanly. Eventually, the contact ends up in a whistle. And off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe is Steph Bairstow to try and extend this lead back to double digits as she's coming a little bit under her season scoring average in the Rapid League, but that makes it 7, and soon, quite possibly, it'll be 8, averaging just over, I think it's about 13.5 points per game.
The Australian who's got a big brood of brothers and sisters.
A couple of hoopers in there.
Hokianga aware of the challenge here, trying to move quickly. Rogers on the turn. Got the shot up. Kuka.
Second time's the charm. 37.5 seconds left. No angle for Bairstow there as Bailey cut it off, but good communication to get her in the right spot to receive it.
30 to play. Ledger-Walker all by herself in the corner. Tanika Ledger-Walker unable to finish.
I don't know. Crystal's going to be a bit upset about these assists going wanting because her sister's not making jump shots.
They can have a chat about that after the game. Heads up play. Ends up with Langton in the corner. Hasn't been her night. Bairstow. Flavel.
Don't want to foul the Phi, dude, but looks like they're trying to get one.
Every point counts, of course.
Going to get a shot up. Toss it up late. Bairstow keeps it in her pocket.
And that'll do us. So Sky Broadband Rapid League run and done for the opening game of round 5. The Kāhu get the win impressively, 33-24. And with that win, Casey, they now own top spot on the Rapid League ladder all by themselves.
Well, an impressive effort in this one as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. A multitude of top scorers for the Kāhu ended up being led by Crystal Ledger-Walker, Bailey Flavel on 9 apiece, Steph Bairstow backing up nicely with 8. Kaylee Smiler brought the energy all night long, 7 points for her. McKenna Dale with 6, just above her season average in Rapid League. On to the rebounds.
I reckon Smiler might have a few boards as well.
Could be a few in there.
Gee, I got that wrong.
Crystal Ledger-Walker and Steph Bairstow.
You know when you say something and then you think, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Just too quickly. But McKenna Dale and Palis Hokianga did get 4 apiece in her stead. Off to the assists, and the Kāhu were excellent in this order. Both teams 4 apiece for each team, and Eva Langton and KLW, the leaders in the clubhouse with 2 apiece. Blocks, Tanika Ledger-Walker, Kaylee Smiler had some highlight-worthy block shots. And there we see the steals. McKenna Dale above everybody with 2, but I think I got to say highlight of the game might be that buzzer beater by Lily Rotuna.
Yeah, I agree. And to be fair, I probably only make that mistake at home when I say something and realise I shouldn't have said it.
Wives will have that effect on you.
Hope you're enjoying it. Halloween tonight. Settle in. There's a lot more basketball to come your way here at Eventfinda. The crowd for Tauihi starting to come in. Kāhu up against the Whai. Such an important game. Top of the ladder versus bottom of the ladder. But importantly for the Tauranga Whai, the return tonight of WNBA star Michaela Cowling. Make sure you join us. On the other side of the break, we're going to have a look at some of the best bits of Tauihi, and then we're back here live on the North Shore of Auckland for tonight's big game between the Kāhu and the Whai. We'll see you then.
That's going to be happening a little bit later on. I'm through here. I think they're ready to roll. I might need one just to get the energy up here. coaches, please, for team announcements. Something very special coming up. We've got the amazing MC from the Tauihi Fire as well. Award-winning musician from New Zealand, King Kapisi in the house too. So we've got all the MCs and you've got me from Waiku, the random one. Alright, we got the Fire about to come on out. I'm going to hand you over to King Kapisi here for the intro.
And introducing party people in the place to be. Often what up, we about to introduce the 5 teams suiting up all the way from Tauihi. We're gonna rock with Palace Hockey number 4. And next up we have Katie Smiler at number 5. And next up is Emma Rogers at number 8. And Sophie Rogers at number 9. And also the sharpshooter number 11, Eva Lancaster. And please make some noise for number 16, Laura Kuka. And number 44, McKenna Tayo. Some noise for the starting 5 of the 5. At number 3, Michaela Cowie. And also number 6, Laura McSpadden. And number 10, make some noise for Jane Kidder-Sumley. And also number 14, please put your hands together for Lena Snyder. And also number 20, please put your hands together for Ashley Jones. And it's your starting team for the 5. Please put your hands together and make some noise.
Legendary there. Are we ready? BBNZ coach band, make some noise. We are looking for coming on out. She was the start of the first one. Number 1, Tamika Ledger Walker. Number 2, Lily Latudo.
Basketball is a movie, and every basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster.
This season is alive!
E for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauihi Basketball, rated E.
To the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Kia ora everyone, mai hara mai, hello and welcome to the North Shore of Auckland, Eventfinda Stadium. Great to have you with us. Halloween and round 5 of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi tipping off tonight. The BBNZ Northern Kāhu at home, top of the table. They're taking on the Northern Group. Tauranga Whai currently sitting in 5th and on a 4-game losing streak. Hello, hope you're well right around the world tuning in through ESPN3 in the United States, FIBA YouTube globally, and of course here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of basketball, Sky Sport. Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you. Lots of people dressed up in the crowd tonight. Speaking of scary things, here he is.
Oh, thank you, Justin. Fantastic of you to set me up once again on Halloween. A little bit spooky in here, but the hoops are going to be less so. I'm expecting a really exciting battle between two of the top scoring teams in the competition.
Mixandpick.com, there's the QR code. It's your chance to have your say. Who do you think's going to win tonight? It's fun and it's free. Some Sal's Pizzas up for grabs. And at the moment, 84% going with the Kāhu. Unsurprising given the form, or the lack of form, the Fire are in at the moment. However, welcome back, Michaela Cowling.
Well, that is the story for me, and possibly the best player in the competition a season ago. Her late return has meant that the Phi haven't had their full complement of players there. We see, go look at the ladder, the Kāhu at the top, the Phi at the bottom. Can the MC change the beat and maybe get this Phi team dancing to a different drum?
Oh, I like it. And the Phi, a big week coming up for them tonight, of course, against the Kāhu. Saturday night, there we go, at Taupo Event Centre, should say Saturday afternoon. The Phi at home to the Hoiho. Coming up on Sunday, Pouakai and the Queens, and round 6 tips off next Thursday night. The Phi at home to the Pouakai. There is never a dull moment in GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. Phi starters tonight, and there's a massive change. We've just mentioned her, of course. Michaela Cowling comes in to join Kirasome, Jones, Snyder and McSpadden. And interestingly, MC Michaela Cowling has been named as the starting point guard. There she is.
Well, there wasn't a position on the court she didn't play a season ago, so to have her come in and play the point guard, she's capable. But personally, I might try and get her a little bit more warmed up and familiar with the teammates before I toss her in the cauldron against a tough defensive team in the Kāhu.
Speaking of players who are more than capable, and she is a star in her own right, Lena Snyder. I caught up with her just before tonight's game and had a chat. Here's Lena Snyder. Well, Lane, a really important game tonight. 4 games losing streak. Not that I want to point that out, but a really big opportunity to get that winning feeling back.
Yeah, we're excited. Just coming in with a lot of determination and some grit and trying to play hard. We've been playing really hard, but just trying to finally capitalize on that.
Huge in, obviously, with Michaela Cowling playing, but getting her back involved with this team. This team's been together now for a few weeks on court. What's the plan there? How hard is that going to be?
Yeah, I mean, she was here last year. I think that really helps a lot. And she comes in and she just raises the level even more. So it's good to have her back.
Dare I ask, Tauihi Basketball, how do you stop her?
As a team, where everyone's going to be involved. And yeah, she's playing really well right now. But if we play as a team and play some team defense, hopefully we can stop her.
Wish you well.
Thank you.
The best of Lena Snyder yet so far this season, but we know when she gets going, watch out.
I think a little bit of it is a different role with the Phi. So much was on her shoulders with the Hoiho a couple of seasons ago. She isn't expected to have that type of production, but she is capable of it, and I'm pretty sure she would like a little bit more on those shoulders.
Yeah, no doubt about it. BNZ Northern Kāhu at home tonight. Here's the starting lineup, and it is a very settled team, isn't it? Talia Tapia, what a season she's having. Chloe Forster gets the matchup on Michaela Cowling tonight. Look out for that. Penina Davidson, Shavana Palvast, and of course the star, Amari Thomas, just 20 points shy of becoming the first Tauihi player to go past 500 points. I think there's a fair chance it happens tonight.
I'm going to go ahead and knock that one down. I say it's for sure happening tonight.
As we mentioned, Chloe Forster, she's got a bit of a different matchup tonight. Waiting for her is Michaela Cowling. How is she going to do that? Let's find out. Chloe, big game tonight. The Phi are going to come in red hot, you would think. They've lost 4 in a row. They're desperate to get that next win. How important is it to get off to a good start?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very important for us. We know what we have to do to beat them. We've done it before. I think with all these extra trainings under our belt and more time as a team, we'll be absolutely okay tonight. Interesting
matchup for you. It looks like Michaela Cowling is going to start in the point position. How much homework have you put in?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of the girls know her as well. But yeah, we've been watching film on her. She's a very tough player. She looks like she's very long and athletic. So I'm excited to match up against her, and I'm sure we'll do great on her as a team.
All the best for tonight.
Thank you very much.
Who to win this one tonight? Join in, have some fun. It's free. QR code on the screen, mixandpick.com. Who's your tip to win tonight? Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Maybe this will help you make your decision. Let's have a look at the stats as these two teams prepare to do battle on Halloween.
There you see it. The Kāhu, just one hiccup in their last 5. The Phi, just one successful game in their last 5. 2 of the top 3 leading scorers in the game tonight in Tapia and Jones. And we also have the 4th leading scorer in Amari Thomas as well. So 3 of the top 4 in the competition are going to on display tonight. You see the number of players that are averaging 10 points a game, 4 for each squad. These are teams that can score the basketball, doing it in different ways. Look at the pace. The Kāhu, just 62 shots a game. The Phi, they pick it up. They're going, they're pushing. Another 9, up at 71 shots per game. They want to play a little bit faster. The Kāhu prefer that half-court grind. Who's going to be able to impose their will on the game tonight?
It's a fascinating stat, that last one, isn't it?
It really is. You know, pace is so important for both these teams, and it's not that the Kāhu can't play fast, but it's they've got such an advantage in the half court with Thomas and Penina Davidson down low. And in the half court, I mean, Talia Tapia, she's excellent off that elbow ball as well because of the strength with which she can play.
Kāhu do get to the Chemist Warehouse stripe a heck of a lot, so look out for that tonight. Well, we've mentioned her, Michaela Cowling. She is a star, All-Star 5 last season in Tauihi. Defensive Player of the Year. She's been out injured. She's been out ill. We finally get to see the WNBA star on the floor tonight for the first time. Michaela Cowling, I was lucky enough to catch up with her just a short time ago.
Michaela Cowling, good to see you back in Phi colors, but it has been a little bit longer wait than expected as you incurred some off-season injury woes. Could you update us on what the situation is and how the body is now?
Yeah, I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling good to go. I think the main thing is that I'm here now with my team. ready to play, and I'm feeling healthy, so ready to go.
Speaking about being your team, such an influential presence on the FI a season ago, they brought you back. How special is it for yourself as a restricted player to be able to come back for another year and feel a little bit at home and know that this team really wants you around?
Yeah, I think leaving America is always difficult, you know, but when you go overseas and you have a place that you can call second home, it's very special. So, you know, this organization has welcomed me, and I feel very at home here, so I'm very happy to be with this team.
To see her impact on the game.
Coin officials for this Thursday night Halloween battle between the Kāhu and the FI. Brad Clive, Corey Hogg and Sam McVadzine. We are just about set to go. Looking forward to this one. The FI desperately needing a win. The Kāhu, of course, looking to continue at their steam-rolling best. Davidson and McSpadden to get us underway. And it will be the FI with the opening possession.
I'll tell you what, bringing Michaela Callan into the starting lineup, the FI are suddenly a big squad. They have a lot of height and a lot of players who have the ability to take you down low into the post and be successful.
Schneider, shot clock at 8. Here she is, Cowling. Gets a screen from McSpadden, sends it back to Snyder. Shot clock at 3, at 2, at 1. Got to be quick here, tough shot. And that's a turnover.
Oh, looks like Mari Thomas might have got her hand stuck in the cookie jar at that last minute. But unfortunately for Snyder, she just could not handle that ball properly, so ends up being a lost possession to open the game for the FI.
What was interesting there, Case, is 3 big scorers, Snyder, Cowling, Jones, all had their hands on it at some stage.
It's going to get through hands, and I think that's the best strategy for this FI squad. When they get too focused on Jones and creating opportunities for her, I think that could come at a detriment to the rest of the squad.
Kitasome has the job on Tapia. Keep an eye on that one. Chevy Palvast from deep. Loose ball. Look who comes up with it. Chloe Forster. And here she is, Talia Tapia.
Well, she is shooting at an incredible clip. Over 60%, 4 makes a game. And it looks like she's going to eclipse that tonight with a start such as she just had.
She is now 22 of 35 on three-point shooting so far this season. It is quite amazing.
That's not bad.
And a turnover for the FI.
Raina Snyder, 2 turnovers to start the game. One trying to get that shot off. This one just being a little bit pressured in terms of off-target pass to McSpadden. Gives the Kāhu a chance to build on this lead.
So good is Tapia's shooting, 52% from the field. She's now up to about 64% from 3 and 82% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. I mean, it is impressive stuff. And we're talking volume shots as well.
You don't often hear about a 50, 60, 80 player.
In and out. How close was that?
What is going on?
Back to 62%. Kitasome saw Davidson in front of her and took the Kāhu center on, who fouls.
Davidson, I thought she might have been able to contest that without getting blown for the whistle there, but goes with a bit of strength to knock that ball out of the hands of Kitasome. So Kitasome will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe and gets the first to fall, the fire on the board.
Opening point of the night for the visitors. They're back in action on Saturday. Taupō Event Centre to take on the Southern Hoi Ho. Second one is good for Jade Kitasome. Early stages, Palvast. Or McSpadden and Thomas. Now that's a good call by Brad Clive, the coin official. He was right on the scene there, and as Thomas tried to fend McSpadden off, just lifted her arm.
Well, I was actually watching the ball, didn't get a clean look at it, but we see no argument from Thomas coming through. How'd you see it, Justin?
No, just got her up in the neck region.
The neck region, also known as the head?
Also known as the head, that's right. It was a pretty easy call, and then there's another off-ball foul here, and this might be against Tapia. It is.
Well, she's out there just front-locking Ashley Jones, not letting it come off the screen. And her ability to play physically extends to the defense end as well.
Kitasome now swings it out. Here's Cowling. That one is short, but she'll be really happy to get that first shot out of the way. Jones looking for a foul, gets after it. Knocked out of her hands by Davidson, or somehow the Kāhu have come up with it.
Well, unfortunate. Didn't see an argument from Jones, but I, from this angle, thought that the ball went off Nina Davidson. Kāhu the beneficiaries of the whistle, though, so they'll head the other way.
I think one of the great challenges for the Whai, and in particular Coach Alex Stojkovic, is going to be just how they can look after Cowling, Jones and Snyder in this team. And let's not forget McSpadden as well.
And McSpadden, I think, for me, is the key to the fight tonight. Yes, they have a lot of scoring, but it's going to be McSpadden's ability to neutralize the interior threat of the Kāhu. And initially, that was called Kāhu ball, but after a quick conversation, that's going to go to the Whai. They get the stop on a connection that is normally picture perfect for the Kāhu, as Penina Davidson could not get it to Thomas underneath.
And how important is it, Casey, when you do have three volume shooters like Cowling, Jones and Snyder, that you do feed them?
Well, they got to get the ball in the hand as Jones gets fouled there. The whistle starting to mount up for the Kāhu. This is going to be the fourth foul in the quarter. Pardon me, fourth foul in the quarter. And it's only been 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, they have come out with a mindset, but they're going to have to change that mindset now, or else the Whai are going to be spending the entire quarter at the Chemist Warehouse.
Ball in, Cowling, Jones. Going to see a lot of them tonight. Schneider tangled up underneath, and it's going to be a Kāhu ball.
Snyder trying to say that that contact was on Savannah Paulvos. Looked from my angle like she just kind of took Paulvos down, going to chase it. Fortunate, I thought, not to be a foul on her in the Whai.
Well, two people who are well aware of the foul count at the moment are Jodie Cameron and Leanne Walker. They have made their feelings known. Early stages, good contest tonight. Halloween, hope you're enjoying it.
Well, you can't tell your players to go out there and bang bodies and then be upset when the whistle gets blown. This is the style they're playing, how it comes up. Another turnover, sloppy early in this one.
Nice hands, nice steal. Lena Snyder and Kaylee Smiler.
They catch the shoot. Nice fast break opportunity in the Whai. I think playing with a little bit of confidence right now, they might be taking down the Kāhu if they keep defending like this.
Well, Smiler was good tonight, wasn't she, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League? Great play. Davidson inside to Forster. Cops a whack, and she's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
Excellent use of the shot fake there. She caught it amongst the land of the Giants. Nice from the top here. We see it again. Davidson off that little flex cut underneath. Tosses it down. Forster with the up fake. Gets the contact from Cowling and a chance for the three-point play to retake the lead. And that chance goes wanting.
A little bit short. Play that we spoke about a lot last week, Casey, Chloe Forster, really impressive. Jones on the step back, unable to finish that. Tapia with the rebound, up quickly.
Like the attention they're playing to Tapia. They're not trying to poke the bear, so to speak, as McSpadden gets called for the whistle up high. Whistle starting to even out a little bit after the Kāhu coaching staff worked with the whistle puffers.
Not only has it been the biggest talking point this week, but also the most overused saying this week, poking the bear.
Well, just between me and you.
Yeah, and if you haven't read the stories, the bear we're talking about, of course, is Talia Tapia.
But the Whai are defending her physically, but not to the point of agitation, which I think is that fine line they have to stay on. A nice finish off the bounce. Getting the start, rewarding Jodie Cameron as Forster gets a foul on the other side of half court, and that's going to be free throws for Jones. She's going to get a chance to get that eye in at the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
What about the former tall fern, Chevy Palvast? Like that.
Well, it's been fantastic to see her back in the competition, her first chance to play in front of her hometown.
Which is an amazing story in itself, isn't it?
It really is. You know, the beauty of this league is there's a lot of aspects to it that I really appreciate, but that next generation of player being a chance to showcase their skills, get to other places on the planet. But for me, really the favorite one is these veteran players who really plied their trade in darkness to Kiwis for so many years, getting a chance to come back, play in front of big crowds, get all those games on TV, and taste a little bit of the building that's been built on their foundation of play.
Michaela Cox in 2022. Yeah. Great example. Here's Davidson down low. Strong stuff by Penina, unable to finish. McKenna Dale into the action for the Whai now. Kāhu lead it by 1. Really good battle unfolding here tonight. Opening game of round 5. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. Here's the Aussie, Lara McSpadden. Jones with some space. loves to shoot from distance.
That's nice action. Maybe give that handoff a little bit earlier, take that dribble down, let her get that ball right on the 3-point so she doesn't need that rhythm dribble.
Thomas, one side to the other. Pulvast. What a start tonight for Chevy.
He's come out aggressive. First touch was a 3-point look. Drains that one, had the nice drive earlier, and she is up to 5 points.
Just reminding us all just what she's capable of. Snyder, catch, turn, shoot, off to the right, loose ball. Jones got a nice hand in there. Dale should have finished. Great work.
Unrewarded, but Jones, you love to see that from the scorer, hustling for the loose balls as well.
She's relentless, isn't she? Volume scorer now has to play some defense on Davidson. Davidson senses the mismatch, gets busy, turns, and again just can't finish with that touch.
Oh, same team scratching it from each other's hands. Turnover 5. Love the hustle, but not enough communication. You see the frustration on Panina Davidson's face. Been a tough quarter. A couple of turnovers, some missed shots. And that's 2 misses in a row after back-to-back turnovers a few minutes ago. Making good moves, making good decisions, but hasn't been able to execute to the end.
I've got to say, you love seeing your teammates chasing down rebounds, just not at the same time that you are. Not at the same time.
Here. This one's mine.
Pulvast. Been really good so far tonight. Ledger Walker into the action, spinning, turning, looking, searching, scoring. No, not on this occasion.
Shot clock violation called.
Turnover.
Yeah, Panina Davidson all great position for the weak side rebound, but Crystal Ledger Walker unable to get that shot up because of that lanky defense in McKenna Dale.
Fire in the Hoy Hall coming up Saturday afternoon. Rapid League at 4 p.m. Tauihi at 5 p.m. Taupō Event Centre, the scene for that one. Sunday afternoon, back to Cowell Stadium, the Pauakai and the Queens. 2 p.m. Rapid League, 3 p.m. Tauihi. All local time here in New Zealand. Cowling to McSpadden, foul. Pulvast.
Pulvast disagrees with that call. Thought she was in the right place. But I really like that action by the 5. Swinging that ball side to side and finish it off with the on-ball. McSpadden on Cowling. That looks like it's a combination that could create a lot of buckets. Michaela Cowling yet to imprint her will on this game in her first action of this Tauihi season.
In and out for Lara McSpadden. A few of the fans dressed up tonight in the crowd for Halloween. Great to see. I know your kids are out roaming the streets for a good reason, though, tonight. For a good reason.
Don't get me in trouble with Sips here, bro.
What did they dress up as tonight?
We had a Batman and we had a dark Hermione Granger.
Oh, hello.
That one, I haven't seen the pictures of that one yet, but I heard a lot about the build-up.
Oh, I like the thinking that's gone into that. Batman's a gimme. Thomas hasn't seen a lot of it so far tonight. Rotuno now. Hard pass out to Ledger Walker. Does well to keep it alive. Runs out of time.
That's 2 possessions in a row where her Kāhu teammates are saying, hey, Crystal Ledger Walker, why don't you bail us out? Getting those catches with 3 seconds left on the shot clock is not the recipe for success.
Fire coach Alex Stojkovic. They've come with some real defensive pressure tonight. The Fire. Snyder's going to get called for the offensive foul here. Well played by Tupaia.
Talia Tupaia has great strength as a player, and when she wants to use it, she can stand up and she won't be moved. But she does a nice job of setting up Snyder on that one, expecting to be held to contact. But Snyder has drops that big shoulder right into Tupaia's chest and gets whistled for the charge.
Here's Thomas. Can she surpass 500 points tonight? Rotuno. Unable to complete it, and here's Cowling just finding her feet in her first game of the season. Fires from deep. Picked up, turned over, look out, McKenna Dale. That one's off to the left. Underneath, Snyder's been busy, McSpadden. They may get something out of this, they won't.
The work rate is excellent, the results not quite there, but they gotta keep up with this level of energy.
Here's Thomas. Look out. Amari Thomas.
Well, she was yet to get on the scoreboard. It was just a question of when it was going to happen. 4th leading scorer in the competition. It's her first shot of the night.
And she moves to 4-8-3 officially. Ball inside, Cowling. Gee, they did a lot right there. Here's Ratuno, tall timber in front of her.
Thomas wants that ball in the post. She thinks she's got that mismatch, and I think she's right.
Dale tracking her at the moment. Thomas now gets it. Amari Thomas getting busy.
Nice job, McKenna Dale. Using enough physicality to turn the shot without getting the whistle blown on her.
Well, you called it. The Phi have been superb defensively. They just need to score. That'll help.
A quick attack to the basket, not relying on that three-point shot. They fall in love with it at times, but a few more of those rim runs could be helpful.
Tapia, the screen from Thomas. Now Tapia on the attack. Somehow finds a path through. Got a little clip in there, and she'll do some shopping from the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, that driving lane created by the screen by Amari Thomas, who completely takes Kirisome out of the play with the screen, giving Talia Tapia a great angle to put the ball on the floor and attacks Kirisome on the hip the whole time, asks for help. Help doesn't get there quickly enough, and Tapia heads to the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
Makes the first one. 24 of 29 on the season from the stripe, Talia Tapia. Of course, drafted to the Minnesota Lynx back in 2017, misses the second. Davidson comes up with it, and now she's off to the coloured stripe.
Well, that's a crusher. That is a coach killer. The offensive rebound on the free throw miss. Well, Snyder heads to the bench. Jones back in. And a smaller team now for the Phi. I wonder if the Kāhu might look to really take advantage with Bairstow and Davidson in the post for these next few minutes, because one of those players is going to have a decided advantage down low.
Second one for Davidson. Down that one goes. Huge news during the week. Case. Tauihi will have a new team in 2025. So too will the Sal's NBL. The Indian Panthers will be based in South Auckland under Indian ownership. So much excitement about that announcement during the week as Mick Spadden is fouled. And as we heard earlier tonight on Hoopheads here in New Zealand, Tom Abercrombie straight out there. He thinks the Indian Panthers logo is the best in the competition already. Haven't played a game yet.
Haven't played a game
Well, you
yet.
don't need to play a game to get a logo, by the way, but...
Thankfully not. Thankfully that's not one of the prerequisites, but I'm really excited to see this come to fruition. You know, it's going to be interesting to see the talent level of the Indian players that get chosen to represent the league, the league that they're playing in, and come over and get a chance to fly their team and really look to improving the level of basketball at the professional level in India. That's New Zealand to play a small part of that. And amazing news commercially for the audience that we're going to get access to and providing those Kiwi players to the world.
Tapia, great step through and a feed to Davidson, who just cannot finish underneath tonight.
One of those nights for her. That has just been off to a crazy bad start.
Jones draws contact.
I love that of McSpadden there. Runs that lane, gets down to the post right in front of Jones, but curls out of it on the drive perfectly to give her the angle for the finish. Can't get the bucket, but off to the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
Ashley Jones converts. I do agree with your words on the Panthers, just the opportunities that it opens up. When you think tourism and education and all those sorts of things, to go to that global audience, and especially to the audience in India. But also importantly, Casey, some basketball in South Auckland.
It's good to have. Gonna have a battle of the South. Auckland, that is, with the Bulls, with the local derby there. It's gonna be interesting to see where the fan loyalty lies. Looks like Talia Tapia picks up the foul there.
Ratuno with the miss. I actually think it might be on Jones.
Yeah, it is on Jones.
Some sort of holding going on there, and it's actually going to be Talia Tapia that heads to the stripe.
Well, a lot of whistles in this first quarter. There's been steady action at the Chemist Warehouse. Thought we were out of cold and flu season, but we're into foul shot flu season.
Speaking of commercial partners, Gee, you'd be happy rocking back in the boardroom of Chemist Warehouse, wouldn't you, with all of these fouls?
You have to think so.
Someone in the marketing department deserves a raise. Tauihi converts. 18-11. All of a sudden, the Kāhu are out by 7.
They have that ability. It should be a big possession for the Phi. Can they create something? But look at that defense, making it very difficult.
Look at that move from McSpadden.
Well, that's been my favorite action for the Phi today, is McSpadden and Cowlin off that on ball. McSpadden excellent as a screener, presents an excellent target as a roller afterwards. And Michaela Cowlin is such a threat to shoot, to drive, to attack the rim, but underrated as a passer. And I think she's going to have more opportunities to take advantage of that facet of her skill set this season.
15 points, 12 rebounds a game for Lara McSpadden this season. Saturday night against the Hoi Ho, she goes up against Samantha Bowman. And of course, the two of them were teammates back in Australia in NBL 1.
There's a lot of crossovers in the basketball world.
Here's Ratuno. Saw her hit a big 3 in tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Kāhu getting that win. Heavy contact there.
Oh, that is a flop and a half by Talia Tupaya.
Look at Hokianga. She cannot believe it.
She set the screen, dropped her shoulder to the screen, and then fell down.
I think Megan Mullings might have been having a bit of a laugh about that as well.
I'll tell you what, if there's 20 bucks on the line, I think Hokianga could run into Tupaya like 5 times. Is the foul on Snyder?
No, it's on Hokianga.
Where's the foul?
Yeah, nothing
Where's
there.
The foul? If anything, to me, that's offensive illegal screen, dropping the shoulder into the guard trying to come off, but.
It is the one night of the year when strange things happen, you know that.
The politicking, I think, of the coaching staff of the Kāhu has come to fruition.
Speaking of politics, it's a week for it, isn't it?
Let's not do that. I'm not into that one.
Margin back at 7, a late chance here. Jones gets a good look at it. And again, they live and die by the 3 ball, the Tauranga Phi. And that'll do us. A quarter down tonight. Some scary stuff early, but a tight one all the same. 20-13. Stick with us. Second quarter on the other side of the break.
We are ready to go. Kahinai's ready as well. Our best dance challenge coming up with her. All right, here we go. Let's count them down, folks, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right, they're going to have a little wrap around. Jemima does it at this end first. They'll go to halfway to the BBNZ logo. Then it's a race on to see who scores first. Off the glass. Emma not quite that time. Jemima, go and shoot. Both going the same way. That's fine, that's fine. Or you can shoot this way. Let's go, Jemima. First one to get it in. Keep going, Emma. One shot, that's all you need for the big prize. It's going to be anyone's here. Emma goes up, puts it down. Let's get a shot in from Jemima. Whoa, got the triple going. That's nice. Silver turns off right at the moment. Oh, let's get her in there. Let's see if she can nail one in. We've got our winner over here. Emma, Jemima's going to keep going. And she'll put up one more shot. One more shot here. Oh, not quite that time, but we've got prizes come the way of both Emma and Jemima. Let's hear it for them, folks. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, of course. DJ Garner Homes, great supporter of sport.
Namai Hockey Mai, welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium tonight. North Shore of Auckland. Thursday night action, Halloween action in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi in a quarter time. The Northern Kāhu lead by 7.
There's some ballers out there.
Oh,
There's some more ballers on here, Justin.
Nice.
Large meatball pizza, $30. That is your weekly Sal's Tauihi special. There's the code BALLER2024, or use that QR code to get in there instantly and enjoy yourself a meatball pizza. It is scary how much meatball's on there.
Don't ghost me, Case. Don't ghost me. Second quarter coming up. What did you make of the opening 10 minutes?
Well, the Kāhu didn't play well. They were kept out of their stuff, didn't find a rhythm, and despite that, they come into the second quarter with a 7-point lead. The Phi I like the attacks when they get on the rim. I think they're a little bit too three-happy right now, not creating enough open looks out there. Need more attacks on the basket.
Mullings to the basket. Haven't seen a lot of her this season. Some injury concerns, but great to see her out there. I like the early rotation in this game off the bench for the Kāhu as well. Mixing it up. Ledger Walker had it, lost it, and look who mopped it up.
Right place, right time. Always better to be lucky than good. Jumps on the loose ball, finishes off the glass, and that's exactly the break the Phi needed to start this quarter.
Here's Bairstow. Mullings. Bairstow now, short corner two. Her jump is just so sweet, isn't it?
Too easy for her. She's got that space, and she loves that little short corner. Every time she catches, she's looking to score first, and she does so on that occasion.
Cowling, oh, there was some happy feet in there. No whistle. Jones now on the turn. Doesn't get the drop. Good defense, Ledger Walker.
Jones really manipulated Crystal Ledger Walker there. Got to her spot, just unable to get that kiss off the glass to drop.
Mulling steps up. Again, contact off the ball. This time Dale and Tapia. Here's Mullings. She wants to get on the drive, run straight into Lara McSpadden.
Took an elbow to the gut, solar plexus to the guts there. Could not have felt good. Megan Mullings really cleared out with that elbow on the drive. It didn't look like any of the coin officiating crew had the angle to be able to blow the whistle there.
Really winded her, didn't it? You can see her still bending over Lara McSpadden, and she's a tough unit, Case.
Well, she looks it. You know, I've been impressed by her level of play up to this point in the season, but you get hit in the wrong spot. You just get hit in the wrong spot.
She'll take a break. Now a little bit shorter on the floor.
There's 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Kāhu, I gotta act fast.
Rituno coming off the screen. Ledger Walker.
I need to continue this counterattack. I said it before, I'll say it again. I like it on the rim.
Jones, can she get going? Oh, around the world. Came out, and now Tapia goes to the floor.
Yeah, that definitely should have been a travel or a foul or something. You can't catch and slide. But great effort by Tapia to get that ball up and out to somebody as Mullings hustles to retain it.
Rituno. Mullings, shot clock at 4, at 3, Bairstow from distance. Steph Bairstow.
Talia Tapia hit the deck again off contact from Ashley Jones. And she's trying to get the coin officials to see what's going on. We're gonna have a quick floor wipe for that. I'm getting the floor wipers out here, a little bit of a wet spot when Tapia goes down there. She got blocked up there, no foul, just a little bit of contact. Sometimes you just got to get through it, but the beauty of the possession was that shot by Bairstow. She likes it in from about 15, and she likes it even better from deep. On the make there.
She's having an influence in this game, isn't she? Margin at 10, 25-15.
Time out here.
First time out of the game as well, so no doubt the Phi have got some work to do, Case. They're down by 10, and it gives us a chance to talk about Coachmate.
I'm excited about talking about Coachmate. It's a Kiwi company who created a free, emphasis on free.
Did you say free?
I said free, designed for grassroots coaches, and partnered with Basketball New Zealand to make it easier to deliver fun, engaging, organized coaching sessions. If you're a parent, a caregiver, coaching your kid's sports team, or a teacher coaching kids in a school setting, Coachmate is for you. Scan that QR code or head to www.coachmate.sport to find out more. I myself am
I've seen this.
This app.
It is brilliant.
Fantastic. I know basketball. I could coach at a high level. I could talk basketball at a high level. Guess what? My daughter's year 2 team was not at a high level. I needed some help. I needed to know what to go through it. I used this to
and it helps.
Every practice, the kids loved it. And one thing is, kids who have a poor experience in sport are apparently 5 times more likely to quit the sport the following year. This is one of the ways it keeps it fun, keeps it entertaining, and most importantly, keeps the stress off the coach's back.
I cannot emphasize enough, and it's free, we mentioned that, how good this app is. Get on board, Coachmate.
Yeah, make sure you do it. If you need a little help, you need a little assistant coach in your pocket for those junior kids across the country.
Hey, by the way, it's not just basketball either.
Not just basketball. You got golf on there. There's some BMX.
Golf? Can they?
I don't know if it's going to help your golf swing. I'm not sure about that.
Brilliant. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on as well, but get on board, coach, mate. I love it.
Oh, look at Talia Tupaia, great defense.
Can she score? You bet she can. Talia Tupaia.
And that's her out-muscling McSpadden up high and then showing the deftness of finishing ability with the light feet.
Danger signs right now for the Phi. Schneider, defense. Thomas was great. Jones must score and does.
They know where to go when they need a bucket. Jones with that quick release. We've talked about Talia Tupaia's release, but Jones gets that great elevation as well. Tough to close out on it. Big bucket there to keep it within 10.
I am going to ask you about some of your coaching stories with your daughter, by the way. Thomas, that'll be a 2. If it goes down, it doesn't. Snyder now has been working hard tonight. Michaela Cowling taking a break at the moment. Kitasome. Snyder around McSpadden. She ducks to the basket. Now here she is, the Aussie Lara McSpadden. Shot clock at 4, pushes it up off the glass. A little bit too deep.
Looks like the Kāhu a little bit more willing to run today than we've seen most of the season.
Speaking of runners, Chloe Forster.
She hasn't been very aggressive offensively this season, but with a stroke like that, maybe she could lift up that aggression moving forward.
Margin at 12. Jones, nice step back, lots of contact there. Don't know that there's, or should be, too many complaints on that one. Rotuno with the foul.
The complaints about officiating are very rarely about that one whistle. It's sort of about accumulation of things. You think you're getting hit on the other end, and this contact here isn't quite as bad as that. And it's just a level of frustration that's building. And it feels like it's building with both teams, but the Kāhu, I don't know if they need to be all that aggrieved. As Jones hits the first from the Chemist Warehouse straight.
Jones puts that one down. Fun fact, the Jones family in Iowa own a restaurant.
Yeah, that's fun.
And they are known across the state for the best breaded pork tenderloins.
Breaded pork tenderloins. Is there a lot of competition in that market in Iowa?
I don't care. They're the best.
Only played at Iowa once. I did not get the opportunity to go to the Jones family restaurant.
Oh, you missed out.
A couple times in the CBA. Also no visits.
Smiler, one way, then the other. Jones, look out. Snyder's got some space here.
Well, that would have been a big one. Great rotation, got the look they wanted, but the shot not falling at the level it needs to be for them. They're now 2 for 11 from deep.
Rotuno getting some big minutes tonight. Works off Davidson, floats it up, doesn't float it in. McSpadden, too big.
Nice outlet, giving Jones a chance to finish.
And a turn of speed as well, knocked out of her hands. Phi retained possession midway through the second. Margin of 10, we're going to get a timeout here. Jodie Cameron wants to have a chat to the Kāhu. 4-1 on the season. The BNZ Northern Kāhu, top of the ladder. The Phi started the season in a blaze of glory, taking down the Puakai. But it has been lean picking since then, the Phi, 1-4. Or the Hoi Hoi. Did they beat the Hoi Hoi round one?
Hoi Hoi the first one. We're going to have to look back.
Seems so long ago. It's about a month.
I hate to say it, but a lot of the games blend a little bit in my head after I've left them. I do watch them all. As we take another look at that, Coach made another chance to use that app. Popped up there.
Well, I'm going to bring that back up in a minute, the Coach Mate. Let's just give Sal's Hoopheads a quick plug. Thursday nights at 6 p.m. It was on earlier tonight. Lots of fun, lots of games, some high jinks. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, we're just going to bring the Coach Mate app back up a second because we've been talking about this. I want to ask you a story about coaching your daughter.
Okay.
What was the conversation like in the car afterwards without using Coach Mate?
You know what? The most difficult part of the game for my daughter to understand was why she wasn't getting every MVP.
Come on.
There was a couple of comments like, Dad,
But they get it. They didn't score at all. You're 7 years old. I'm trying to spread it around a little bit.
Does Coachmate help you to work out how to spread the MVP around?
I did not see any sections on that in Coachmate, but trust me, that's not the most difficult part. The most difficult part is getting teams ready, and that's where Coachmate helps.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, and Forrester, that's going to be a turnover. It is. Right off the knee. Forrester comes in late, slaps it down, and Jones on the step through. Thinks there might have been some all.
Oh, big push off there. Chloe Forster. I reckon this is going to go back the other way. It is.
Turnabout is fair play.
We captured that beautifully on the Sky Sport cameras. And just like that, the Phi get possession back.
That's why I love pressure up the court. Even if it's token pressure, you never know what can happen. You can force any type of mistake. That one, a mental mistake from Chloe Forster. Just a little too aggressive, claiming her space.
I do want to check the Chemist Warehouse shooting stats in just a moment. Feels like the Phi have had a lot of opportunities. McSpadden, the tall timber, getting busy. Davidson wins it, but straight to Jones.
Oh, just somehow beating the shot clock on that one. Jones now up to 10 points. You mentioned those shooting statistics, Justin. 5 for 23 now for the Phi. As we see another bucket drop for the Kāhu, who are now up to 10 for 26.
Thomas with the 2, Cowling back into the action. She's still trying to get going here tonight. Some indecision. Cowling now, just overplaying her Pulvast. Not happy with the call, but there was a lot of contact.
Well, it just didn't really give her any space. And something at times you can get away with, but if I'm the officiating crew here, I'd be telling everybody at halftime, hey, everybody needs to calm down a little bit. We're going to start calling this tightly. There's a lot of physicality out there. These whistles haven't really deterred the action, though.
Smiler with the miss. Cowling to keep it alive. Underneath, strong stuff, Lena Snyder.
Nice recognition by Cowling. Hits the offensive rebound, and Snyder posts up strongly. Had a bit of a height advantage on underneath, on Claudia Tupai underneath, and that is going to be a turnover. No, that's going to stay.
Can I give you another Ashley Jones fun fact?
I love fun facts.
She's currently at college in Iowa and teammates with our very own Kiwi, Lily Talele.
That's right. Well, you mean her Iowa State, at Iowa State, yeah, where Lily Talele starts out, yeah, started her career as a Cyclone. As Chloe Forster gets that knocked out, McSpadden does not agree.
I think I'm with her.
That looked clean up high. If that foul was on McSpadden, that may be a bit of a mistaken whistle.
I can absolutely guarantee 100% that the foul's been called on Lara McSpadden, but gee, I think she's got a bit to argue. Forster converts from the Chemist Warehouse.
It's a tough night for the officials. Everybody's unhappy.
Can I give you a third Ashley Jones fun fact?
I love them. Keep them coming.
5 girls in the family, and all of their names end in EY.
Is that right?
It's right. Lena Snyder for 3. Oh, just cannot put that down. They're missing so many shots at the moment, the Phi. Cowling, can she change it?
None of those names are Casey, are they? Because my entire youth was spent hearing Casey as a girl's name over and over again.
Well, there you go. I can confirm that one of them is not. Davidson, great footwork, and again, just unable to convert.
Just doesn't have her eye in. Putting good pressure on the defense, but just one of those nights in the first half here. Oh, nice cut, Snyder. Bad finish, though.
It was a good screen by McSpadden to set it up. It may come off, though, with a 3, although that looks deep from Smiler. It is.
Just rushed on that possession. The Phi working hard.
A little bit messy right now, isn't it?
Sloppy. Little turnover plagued first half. I think both teams getting a little bit caught up in the altercations, in the physical contest, and the officiating, and all these things that they can't really control. They need to start focusing on the controllables. What can you do when you have that ball in hand? How can you take good care of it? When you're making that pass, how can you make sure it gets to the target? When you've got a shot around the bucket, just ensure that one's going in. Take an extra half second, because right now it's not where it's at.
I've got another Coachmate question for you.
Coachmate, here it comes.
So if you haven't got into this app yet, please scan that QR code. If you're a coach, a junior coach, a beginner coach, you just want to learn a bit more about coaching. So many different sports as well. It's not just basketball. Believe me, this thing is going to help, and it's absolutely free. I love Coachmate and what it's doing. I've got another question about your coaching. Has there ever been a time when your daughter has taken the whiteboard?
There's no whiteboard. They're 7 years old, man.
Oh, no.
I got no plays.
Right, okay.
Let's get the ball and go.
Okay.
But I will tell you...
Is there any times when your daughter has said, Dad, can I have a whiteboard?
No, she doesn't know what that is yet, thank goodness. But I will give you a fun fact about Coachmate. They've also partnered with the Halbert Foundation to create inclusive sporting activities to ensure that our disabled community has the same access to sport as everyone else.
Love it.
It's very close to the hearts of all the teams in the Tauihi. We just finished inclusion round last round. Had great success with that up and down the country. So fantastic to see that Coachmate's thinking about that as well.
If you've got a coaching question for Casey and his daughter, I'm not going to give it.
She's not big on my coaching.
I'm not going to.
She actually quit the basketball team to start drama class because they're on the same day. She'll be back though.
Back underway. Smiler and Rotuno doing battle. Cowling closely checked here by Ledger Walker.
Good T, Crystal Ledger Walker.
Just picked it, didn't she?
The Rotuno hustle. Oh, what a post up by Thomas.
Thomas, so hard to stop in that position.
I mean, she started sealing when the ball was near that three-point line on the other side of the court. Excellent vision by Crystal Ledger Walker. Great technique by Thomas.
Cowling short.
And she just doesn't look like she has her legs yet. It's tough that everybody else is, a month into the season by this point. Knows exactly what they're doing, have that mid-season form in the legs and their lungs. But Michaela Cowling coming in just needs to find her feet.
You and I, we've seen lots of basketball. You've played lots of basketball. Amari Thomas and her ability to seal.
Charge called.
Offensive foul on that occasion for Thomas.
They just extended that arm just a little bit, but it's all about her technique. She moves the feet. She gets that seal on bodies above her. Keeps a nice wide base. But a lot of people can seal. What's impressive about her is what she does with it after the catch. The lightness of foot, the soft touch. Whai actually doing a great job keeping her under control tonight.
In and out for McSpadden.
Good look. Created a nice shot once again. But the shooting percentage is continuing to dip for the Whai. Now 6 for 32 at 17%.
Thomas battling away.
Second time's the charm. Stick-to-itiveness.
Surrounded by pink singlets. She moves to 9 in the game. Let's not forget, she scores 20 tonight. She becomes the first player in Tauihi history to go past 500 points. Timeout called, 96 seconds to play in the opening half tonight. That margin now at 13. Round 5 is underway. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi with a Halloween battle tonight. Looking ahead, the Whai and the Hoi Ho on Saturday night. Pauakai and the Queens down at Cal Stadium on Sunday afternoon. All of the action, of course, coming your way on Sky Sport, on ESPN3 throughout the United States, and FIBA YouTube right around the world. Hello, Spider-Man. Never far away, Spider-Man.
There's a lot of Spider-Mans out there. There's a escaped serial killer.
Which one, the right or the left?
Judgment. Speaking of, that's a spooky one.
That is scary.
There's some quality costumes. That's a scarecrow that I do not want to see in the field. Love Halloween. I do appreciate the emerging Halloween traditions here in New Zealand.
Getting bigger, isn't it?
Ever so slightly. I got to say, I also appreciate the Kiwis and the Australians who are absolutely against Halloween. This is not America. We are not having that here. I tend to be a little bit more forgiving of this holiday. It was a favorite of mine as a kid. I wonder why when I'd come home with a bag of candy.
We were talking earlier on tonight about your kids out trick-or-treating and the dad tax attached to the lollies.
I'm going to get a few. I know that. I might get in trouble for it, but I'm going to get them.
Margin out to 14 now. Snyder really has worked tirelessly so far, but just hasn't gone the way of the Phi, although Ashley Jones might be the player to swing that around.
Now up to 13 points and 5 rebounds. That jump shot looking sweet there. Cutting this back to an 11-point lead, taking it from what was the largest lead of the game. Can the Phi finish strong? A stop here, another bucket, get it under 10, get that momentum going into the second half.
Both teams have their BNZ player timeout, of course. Kāhu ball. Thomas just waiting for some movement, or maybe she'll go it alone. Short on the three, Davidson keeps it alive, flicks it back, hard one for Ratuno. Somehow, she kept that alive, and they're going to get a basket out of this.
Really, Ratuno, look at the hustle. We talk about the speed on offense in the Rapid League, but look at her put it to use in defense, creating an extra possession and a bucket for the Kāhu.
Snyder. Smart play around Tauihi, but again, just another miss.
Did all the work. Be happy with what she created, but unfortunately for the Phi, it has been ugly. 7 for 34 here in the first half.
They're a high-scoring team too, the Phi. Thomas
gets the roll. Lovely back cut, soft touch on display.
Straight down the lane. She's getting busy right now.
Might you need a BNZ player timeout, but they don't use it.
And that'll do us to the half. So the Kāhu stretch to 15 after the opening 2 quarters tonight. And some ominous signs starting to emerge in this one. Jones has 13 for the Phi, but Tauihi is up to 12. Thomas is up to 10. And Lily Ratuno has been doing some special things of her own, and here she is with Casey Frank.
Impressive first half defensively. What was your plan coming in against the Phi squad that is so good in transition?
I think it's just like staying on the front foot and staying aggressive. When we get defensive stops, the offense just flows and everything starts to flow from there. So it's more about keeping our foot in the throat and keeping it going, not letting them get back into the game.
So far in the first half, a decent job on Ashley Jones. She's got 11. A better job on Michaela Cowan. What's the key to keeping players like that from really impacting the game?
I think just staying aggressive from the get-go. If you get up and in early, then it kind of makes someone to pass the ball off and get the ball out of their hands. So I think it's all about just like our team's communication is awesome, so it brings confidence in us to kind of get up and in. So it's definitely a team-orientated defense for us.
Fantastic job in the first half. Good luck in the second.
Margin at 15 at halftime. Kāhu leading the Phi here tonight. Chemist Warehouse stats coming up on the other side of the break. Not just yet, on the other side of the break. And a very special guest to join us as well. Don't go away.
down there. Let's hear from BBNZ, who are donating $1,600. Well done to our two competitors there. They're scoring themselves a hoodie there for our winner. And we've got some more merchandise as well. But thanks once again to BBNZ for their amazing support throughout 2024 season. And the Whaka Latoa Trust are the beneficiaries of that one. All right, we are half-time. Second half coming up your way. And it's your Wahine in command, 42-27.
Some people who have dressed up this evening. Can anyone put their hand up if they dressed up this evening? You have been identified as a winner. And our first winner is down here.
Kia ora, welcome back to Eventfinda tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. Thursday night hoops, always some fun when we're talking basketball midweek on Sky Sport. And at the half, the BNZ Northern Kāhu leading the Northern Group Tauranga 5, 42-27. A quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Some very familiar names leading the points. Talia Tapaya and Amari Thomas for the Kāhu, and Ashley Jones just trying to get the fire going. Let's head over to the rebounds and check those out so far. Davidson involved in plenty, just not able to finish her shot at the moment. Lara McSpadden, one of the best rebounders in the competition, leading the way for the Fires. We continue to race through the Chemist Warehouse stats tonight. Penina Davidson, Crystal Ledger-Walker with 3 assists each. Taking a look at the blocks, a couple for Davidson, Tapia and Thomas getting amongst it as well. And the steals so far tonight, the Chemist Warehouse stats, as always, Lena Snyder has certainly been working her backside off for the Fire. But they've got some work to do. They're down by 15 at the half. Round 5 underway. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. And Casey Frank has caught up with a very special guest courtside. Here he is.
PJC, welcome to a game that you don't have to play in. Must be nice to be a fan. But first question I got for you is, how are those frequent flyer miles piling up for you?
Well, hopefully I'm on my way to Platinum so I could be in the best lounge at the airport. But, you know, it's good. You know, we get to be on the road, and it's fun being with the guys, traveling, building that chemistry.
Speaking of chemistry, it is a bit of a new squad you've got for the Breakers this year, a lot of change with the group. What have you seen that's been so fulfilling of this group to get these wins early in the season? They've been able to come together so quickly, overcome some adversity, and put themselves in a good spot in the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, this early on, you know, you're not playing your best basketball. You're nowhere near where you want to be. But, you know, every game in this league is so important. So, you know, we have to be ready, and we've been doing a great job of enjoying this process. And, you know, we're gelling right now.
Looking across the competition, what is it the Breakers have to do? What areas do they need to find some real success in to get to the places they want to go later in the season?
I think it's just going to be attention to detail, you know, the things that we set out. You know, we have really specific keys going into every game, maybe on defense and offense. So it just really comes down to game. You know, we make adjustments, and we have a great staff that prepares us.
And for yourself, a player as an import, coming back to the same place again, it's got to be a good feeling, not just that the team wants you, but to go to a place that you're familiar with, that you have a little bit of knowledge of. How has that been coming back here for the second season?
It's been amazing. I mean, familiarity is always good. You know, I use it to my advantage. You know, I know my surroundings on and off the floor. I feel comfortable here. You know, I love playing for this club. So, you know, it just feels good being here all around.
Careful, you might be here in 20 years.
I mean, if that's where it takes me, you know, but I'm so enjoying being a Breaker right now and learning about this new group.
Appreciate the time. Great luck this season. Catch the action on Sky Sport this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Casey catching up with BNZ New Zealand Breaker star, absolute star of the game, Parker Jackson Cartwright, in attendance here tonight, cheering on the BNZ Northern Kāhu, no doubt. And he'll be pretty happy with what he has seen to the half. They lead it by 15. Third quarter coming up on the other side of the break.
coming up. These are the nice, healthy alternative to your Halloween treats, this one. Make sure you get amongst it. We've got a couple more coming your way. And not far away for the second half here. 2 minutes and a little bit more. We'll be ready to roll. The lead at the moment, 15.
Nomai Hockey Maya, welcome back. Second half about to begin here in Auckland tonight. The Phi with a lot of work to do. They're down by 15. They need to get off to a good start here in the third quarter. Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you. We are set to go as both teams step back out on the floor. Who's going to win this one tonight? MixandPick.com. QR code there, fun and free, of course. Some Sal's pizzas up for grabs. And not surprisingly, 86% now going with the Kāhu.
Well, 86%, but only 20% think it's by 16 plus. It's sitting at 15 right now. Largest lead of the ball game. But I got a feel if the Fly can't find some answers on this end of the court, that lead's going to stretch out a wee bit.
Make sure you get involved in the MVP vote through the last quarter as well. Jones, that would have been a great start. Tauihi is going to go for the foul here.
No question about how McSpadden's got a little bit of a laugh to it after taking that contact from Talia Tauihi. Picks up the whistle. The ball will stay on this end as Tauihi picked up her second personal foul.
Phi need to get off to a great start here. Jones around McSpadden. McSpadden on the slip. Davidson with the hand. Great to catch up with Parker Jackson Cartwright at halftime there. Good to see him and a few of the BNZ New Zealand Breakers players out supporting, no doubt, the Kāhu, nearby neighbours. You two look well relaxed, just sitting back in the chairs. And
old mates, mate. PJC's an easy player to talk to. He's been around the world, and when teams bring a guy like that back, there's a reason.
Oh, what a player, what a player.
Fantastic on and off the court, but a tremendous on the court. Snyder with the foul. Well, I thought that might have been Tauihi clearing out with the elbow, and Snyder's got some of the same thoughts. Snyder might be the smiliest upset player I've seen.
Can I add just a line to Talia Tauihi? Never a dull moment. Here she is. Step back, three, usually bang on target. This one wasn't too far away. Now can Michaela Cowling get herself going in this second half?
Well, what I'd like to see from her is the ball in her hands coming up on balls as a facilitator. I'd like to see her warm up into the game like that. Not necessarily really look to score the basketball a lot.
Jones, McSpadden, Smiler, Cowling.
But I'm wrong often. She gets that shot up.
Oi! And somehow we ended up with possession.
Unbelievable save. You pretty much saved the computer light impact on that ball. I did not know you had reaction time like that. I thought I had reaction time, but I did not move.
It was, actually, I don't know how I did that. Foul. And that's going to go against Snyder, is it?
It's Jones,
Jones, in fact, Jones.
Yeah, Jones and Tauihi get locked up. And Jones just coming off with speed. Coach Alex Stojkovic does not like that call as Jones picks up her second. Tauihi is having a good scoring game, 12 points. But her fingerprints on this game.
Everywhere.
Are all over the place. And the grindiness and the physicality with which the Kāhu are playing. She is the hot point right now.
And here she is, starting to fire up. It feels like the bear has been poked. McSpadden gets one back.
Well, Talia Tauihi tried that little step through there, but the length of McSpadden made that shot a no-go.
And I'm not exactly sure who Talia is chatting to at the moment.
I think she's trying to figure out what play they're running.
Davidson the target. Pulvast now, shot clock at 8. Thomas turns the corner, gets a mismatch, gets to the basket, over the top of Cowling for 2.
So skilled, so skilled. Smiler in the vicinity as well. It looks like it's gonna be a jump shot instead. She finds the perfect amount of time to get to the cup.
Now Schneider, Thomas reaching in.
6 more points to bring up.
Amari Thomas getting her hand caught in the cookie jar a few times tonight. That is her 3rd personal foul, halfway to the 6 foul limit. Nice aggressive drive by Snyder there. Had that foul not gone though, I don't see how that shot was going to fall.
First one good from the Chemist Warehouse for Lena Snyder tonight. What are the stats on Snyder, Case? With thanks to Chemist Warehouse, because she has certainly worked hard.
Well, she's out there for just over 19 minutes now. 8 shots, but only 1 make out of those 8. 2 points, 3 rebounds and assists, and 3 turnovers. Got a couple of those back with a couple of steals, though. 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from deep.
Been tough, hasn't it? But she has been involved in a lot. Just added another 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. Speaking of adding 2, Amari Thomas.
Well, they kept her under wraps in the first half to a point, but she is up to 16 now, leading scorer in the game. Snyder coming to play, though.
Answers back.
That's the speed with which the Phi have to play. They need to get this Kāhu squad uncomfortable. They are very comfortable right now. Pace is a great way to do that. And this Phi unit is built for pace. They like to get up and down the floor. They haven't been able to do so tonight, but this might be the spark that gets them there.
Thomas, rebound, Forster. Away quickly. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Pulvast searching, sends it down low. Look at the work of Amari Thomas.
Explosion of scoring here in the corner. 18 points now. She is putting it on in the 3rd.
Oh, Michaela Cowling, there we go. Welcome back.
Yeah, it just took 20 minutes or so to get that rhythm. Feel a little bit better now. The multicolored shoes, getting her game back to work.
That'll help so much. Margin at 14. Amari Thomas just 2 points shy of 500 in Tauihi now. Lighting it up, Shavana Pulvast.
It's another triple, 8 points on the day. She is 3 for 4 from the field. Best shooting percentage of anybody on the court.
Smiler.
I want the Phi to play with pace, but I don't want quick shots. Move it up, create great looks, not good looks.
All eyes on Amari Thomas here. Or maybe Talia Tauihi wants some of the action. Foul called on Chloe Forster.
A little bit of a touch foul there, Forster. I think a little bit unlucky.
And I know we keep talking about Amari Thomas, 500 points and building that up. There's probably a lot of people out there that say, well, 500 points. What does she play, 20 games?
500 points, anytime you're on the top of any record board, you're doing good work. And Amari Thomas, I've got her up, I don't know, let's say 700 by the end of the year.
Well, quite seriously, we are talking about, what, 20, 21 games?
Less than 2 seasons.
Snyder again. She has really taken over the work that's needed for the Phi. Midway through the third tonight.
Well, we were looking for Snyder to get herself more involved, and she's doing so here in the third quarter. The shooting's not great, but as you mentioned, she's putting in the work. She's doing everything she can to get her team back in this ball game. They're down 16 points. Even though it feels like the Kāhu are in control, it doesn't feel like the Phi don't have a way to get back in this game. They've got some options. They've got some ways they can work their way back into it, but they have to do it consistently.
And they may need a little bit of a change-up. Again, Tauihi involved off the ball. That's going to be against her, and the Phi are going to get it back.
I was a little bit blocked from that. Just saw the after effects when Snyder sort of dropped the shoulder to go through, but Tauihi must have been moving those feet. Either way, foul number 3 on Talia Tauihi.
Just mentioning the... Hey! Well, that time the ball certainly got us.
I'll tell you what, this computer is pretty tough.
It's a magnet, isn't it?
I took this bad boy down.
Saved us once, couldn't do it a second time. Wow.
That's what I get for looking in the post, see what's happening down low.
Gee. Good to know the hardware's working, though. Here's Ledger Walker. Davidson for 3. Somehow she gets it back at midcourt. Just getting back for the third time to that change-up I'm talking about. What about someone like Eva Langton out there?
Maybe you need a little bit more scoring. I think if I'm going to put myself in Stojkovic's head, what is he actually looking for? I think he's looking for defense. He's looking for people who can go up and stand physically up to the squad that they're out there playing right now. These are the players he feels comfortable with it, but you do need that spark. Eva Langton has played well this season. She could be one who could find a little bit of range as well.
Yeah, she spreads the floor well. Crafty, Snyder, Cowling is fouled by Forster.
And I think that's the right call. Forster got those hands in, that gap closed. Cowling, good recognition of where the defender was before the rip through. Forster picks up her 4th personal foul.
And that's going to send Cowling to the Chemist Warehouse as well.
Jody Cameron asking about this call, maybe a different call.
I do appreciate that Jody asks the question.
I mean, you could put it that way.
I'll let you have that conversation with her, by the way, because I ain't doing it. Margin at 13.
What's she scared of, Justin? Don't be scared.
Oh, she's a scary person.
That's not true.
No, she's a lovely person. You're right. She is. Can be scary. Shot clock.
And the turnover there. Forster tries to pass to Davidson. Davidson thought it was the player behind, and we saw this in the first half. Those little patches of inconsistency from the Kāhu. The offense gets a little ugly. The Phi doing a better job of defending, forcing those perimeter catches a few steps beyond 3. And we're not seeing the efficiency from this Kāhu team that we so often do. 43% from the field right now, but it's their defense keeping them in. The Phi shooting just 20% from the field, 9 for 43.
Here's McKenna Dale now. And again.
I don't like that call at all.
Well, did Tauihi play for it? We'd need to see it again.
A lot like she closed McKenna Dale, sorry.
Here we go.
Space. There's a little elbow there, that top to pot, but there, she's over. Let's see, the elbow's a little different. The elbow,
we can't see that from where we were.
On the weak side. That's where that comes through.
Well picked up by the coin officials. I think it was Brad Clive down there, and that was out of sight for us. So very well picked up. Yeah, that's where the foul was.
That chicken wing makes that whistle easy. Got to keep those wings on your own body.
51-38. Thomas. Ratuno back into the action. She's been busy tonight as well. Ledger Walker, here we go. Thomas draws the foul. And points 499 and 500 may come from the Chemist Warehouse.
McSpadden, she's given about 5-6 inches to McSpadden. But when you get post position like that, it does not matter. Deep catch there. Strokes the first one.
499. It is an amazing effort to do it in 20-odd games. Oh, just like that.
Hits her with the freezing, the MC curse, calling up 500 before it happens. Maury Thomas now 3 for 5 from strike.
Snyder to respond. McSpadden to go again, just hands it back off to Lena Snyder.
I like McSpadden's passing abilities. That's a nice play, unselfish for a center to get that catch down low. Normally they just go right up, it's my bucket, but that time the extra pass, a bucket, score down to 12, maybe less.
Snyder gets it back, the run of Cowling. And in the end, Snyder missed what she should have really finished.
Well, finish is one thing, but how about the pass to Michaela Cowling early? She wanted the lob. Nice move by Snyder. She did, nice little hesitation gets in, but unfortunately, a turnover and what looked like a short two turns into not.
And that would have brought it back to 10. So they're hanging around, but again, missed opportunities for the Phi here tonight against the top team. Nice up screen for Davidson. Ledger Walker, Tapia can fire from deep. It's going to be Ledger Walker though. Rituno can't keep it in. She's right there though, isn't she?
Love that hustle, man. That acceleration ability she has. She can get to her top speed in a hurry. That is a valuable skill in the basketball court.
Well, I love asking you these questions. Who are some of the great hustlers in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi? Because you're right, Rituno's right there. I love Paige Bradley, what she does.
You got to put Stella Beck on that list.
Stella Beck, yes.
Zoe, you got Zoe Richards down at Hoiho. References Samara Gallagher as well. The work rate very high. Looking at the Polokai, I put Sean Rabati.
Sean Rabati, yeah, I like that.
I've got her in there. There's that. I'm sure I've missed a few.
Haven't seen a lot of her tonight, but Palace Hockeyunga can get after it as well. She's a bit of a hustler.
She's too young to be a hustler. You gotta have some miles on the tread.
All right, I hear you.
If you can't hustle at 17, what are we talking about?
I hear you. Ledger Walker. Speaking of hustlers, we'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. Margin at 10 though. Off those makes back the other way. So the visiting Tauranga Phi are sticking in the game here. And we've seen how quickly things can turn in Tauihi.
I mean, really a testament to the Phi's willpower. Because so quite often for a team, when you're not playing well and when two of your better scorers have combined for 6 for 26 from the field, and that's Lena Snyder and Ashley Jones, you could say, it's not our night, pack it in. But the work rate has stayed consistent. Despite the scoreline getting to 15, 16 points, they've been able to pull it back right on the cusp of finding a run and getting back in the game.
And they are a team that is trying to overcome a slump at the moment. Good hands, Penina Davidson. She's had some good deflections tonight, Penina.
That's really nice defense. Coming off that on ball to recover in time. Keep Snyder from getting their easy finish. Force her to go to the weaker hand before blocking it out of bounds. That's a really nice job by her of moving around and being dynamic.
Shot clock at 11, 3:01 to play in this third quarter. Turnover off the baseline, and here they come, the Kāhu. Ledger Walker searching, looking. Will she go it alone? Needs somebody to come to her. Tapia now takes contact.
That's going to be a foul on Jones there. Going to pick up her third personal as Tapia splits that hard show by McSpadden. And Jones just in the wrong place. We got free throws for the rest of the quarter for both teams now.
Speaking of players who hustle, looking forward to seeing Queen's South Korean superstar Ji-Hoon Park in action on Saturday night. How good was she last week?
I love her efficiency. I've been growing more aware of her game, but when you told me her age today,
24.
Are you kidding me? She is playing like a 15-year vet.
She's a special talent, isn't she? Speaking of talents, Jones.
Good D Latuno there. Giving up some height, but an excellent challenge to force the miss.
Watch Thomas here. 4.99. Has to send it back out on the double.
I like the double. Don't let her get it. That is my exact kind of petty.
Maybe a chance here. Shot clock at 7. Ledger Walker wants the Thomas screen. Oh, sends it back to her. Just caught her off guard, and now McKenna Dale comes up with it. She'll go all the way to the hoop. Had too much on it in the end.
That's a couple of fast break opportunities that look like guaranteed buckets that, unfortunately, for the Phi, come away empty.
Closing minutes of this third quarter. Davidson, just patient in the end. Finds a way to Tapia. Flicks it out. Big opportunity there for Amari Thomas. All by herself. She rarely misses when she's given that much space. Talia Tapia, there's the timeout. 58-42, margin at 16. You just cannot give Tapia that much room.
Well, she's up to 17 points now, and she's got an off night shooting the basketball from deep today. She's just 2 for 5 at 40%, which is good enough for, you know, most Hall of Famers. For Tapia, it counts as not where she wants to be. But where do you want to be? I want to be getting some free fuel.
Here we go.
With Waitomo. Score that. Nula now use that QR code, and you can be in to win.
Does that say free?
That says free. It's not 3. There's not 1, 2, 3 of them.
I love Waitomo Fuels. Love this.
1, 2 free.
There you go, QR code on screen right now. Scan it, get involved. Spin to win with thanks to Waitomo Fuels. They have been looking after New Zealanders for decades. Great to have Waitomo Fuels supporting us here in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi as we head down towards three-quarter time tonight. And the Kāhu just holding the edge, aren't they?
Well, they're controlling the game, but they're not in control of the game. They're doing enough, I think, defensively. But the Phi, they've had their chances, but they have not been able to convert enough of them on a night. And it just seems like there's a lid on the basket for this Phi squad.
Phi need some action quick. Smiler under pressure now. Good work, Ledger Walker. Jones with some space. That one is off. Ratuno again getting after it. The hustle right there for the Aussie.
Bairstow injected into the game, secures that one.
Ledger Walker just did a lot of the heavy lifting there. That was really well done in the end.
Just gets to her spot. I mentioned it earlier, but she gives up so much of her offensive capabilities to be a facilitator for this team. But if that was what she was being asked to do, she could certainly do a bit more of it.
Jones splits the gap. Can she finish? Surrounded by blue singlets, and the defense wins out. Here comes Tapia. Turns and goes. Mick Spadden did well to get back.
Nice transition, good communication, but still give up that open look.
Dying seconds of this third quarter. Snyder has really upped her work rate.
Phi need to slow down, try and take this last shot. They're playing a bit fast. Need to get this shot off with 0 on the clock, not give the Kāhu a chance to retaliate.
McSpadden halfway down.
Might want to use the player timeout. Kāhu go with it.
They're going to use every bit of the clock here. Ledger Walker hits the front of the iron. And that'll do us to three-quarter time. Margin at 18 tonight. Some Halloween basketball in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. Top of the table, Kāhu looking very, very good now. With a quarter to play right after the break. Kāhu out by 18 with a quarter to play tonight. Opening game of round 5 in Tauihi. Earlier on tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, the Kāhu getting the win 33-24. Quarter to play, margin at 18. A lot needs to go right for the Whai here, Case.
Well, first defensively, they have to find a more consistent plan to keep the Kāhu out of the spots because they are getting to their spots consistently. Secondly, offensively, they need a little bit more patience. I like running the basketball, but they don't need to be in a hurry. They just need to be quick. And, you know, we probably hope a little bit if some of these shots just started to fall. That is number 1.
Yeah, shooting percentage has not been kind for the Whai tonight. Kirasome just going nowhere at the moment, stuck in the corner. Shot clock's down to 4. Got to get busy now. Jade Kirasome over the top and a wasted possession. Opportunity, Smiler. She's drawn a foul. Just no offensive flow at the moment for the Whai.
Tapaya frustrated as she picks up another foul. That is her 4th personal.
Of course, you do have 6 fouls to give in Tauihi.
Might as well use them all.
Jones, the target here, trailing her, Ledger Walker. Jones one way, then the other, and in the end, another good hand underneath, this time Bairstow.
Oh, the spacing there was opened up for that kick to the corner for Snyder. Bairstow all the way in on the block. Jones tried to thread the needle and get the shot up, but the length of Bairstow made that too tough to do.
Schneider on the inbound. Now, if you're a Whai fan, you may want to block your ears right now. Shooting percentage tonight on the Chemist Warehouse stats for the Whai is now under 19% after that Schneider miss.
It's dropping 10 for 53.
Megan Mullings.
That's the triple. We got a Megan Mullings sighting. Hopefully that knee is getting her closer and closer to full strength. Not hopefully for the rest of the teams in the Tauihi, of course.
Well, it's a big plus, isn't it, for the Kāhu if she can find full fitness. Tapaya getting across and stripping it away. Ledger Walker on the move. Look at the ball movement from the Kāhu. And in the end on the back cut, along the baseline, Ratuno. Now Ledger Walker off that 1 foot.
You love that possession, though, if you're Coach Jody Cameron. Moving that ball around, really forcing the defense to work. Jones in the post.
Up over the top.
Tapaya took one to the chops. Straight to the jaw. Well, I actually thought it might have been a foul on Tapaya. It didn't look like she was going straight up, kind of went for the fake.
She's gone straight off the court here, Talia Tapaya, to get some attention. There's the mix and pick MVP tonight. Free, of course. Some Sal's Pizzas up for grabs. Scan that QR code and tell us who you think tonight's MVP is from tonight's game. Casey might even catch up with them after the game. Your choice?
I'm thinking Amari Thomas is my MVP today. Especially if she gets the 500.
Now, Megan Mullings there has been fouled, but she's pulled up really ginger on that knee. Just hobbling away, so it's clearly bothering her. Speaking of things that are bothering people right now.
He took off the suit jacket. He's serious now.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. Coaches have had their fill when they go take off the suit jacket. It's serious. It's serious business now.
Mullings scores from the Chemist Warehouse. Good to see her out there, but it was worrying to see her limping after that move to the basket. We'll keep an eye on it. She drains both, and that margin is back out to 13. Sorry, I'll take that back. I'm going to add 10. 23. A little bit optimistic there. Turnover. The Scarecrow on the baseline nearly had his hat knocked off.
Yeah, it's taken a turn for the worse for the Whai over the last few minutes. Not being terribly outscored.
There's the hat.
And there's the Scarecrow.
Back on the head.
And I'm glad he doesn't have that mask anymore. That was too much for me. I'm not a big scare guy.
Aren't you?
Don't like the scary movies.
Mullings is out at another 2.
Just say, hey, coach.
What a burst.
Can you get these splinters out of my bone? I deserve to be on the court.
Well, she's just added 7 points. Dale to add 3.
Well, 25, the difference now, the shooting percentage down to 16% now. The question is for Coach Dojkovic and the Phi, when do they wave that white flag and start thinking about Saturday night?
And that'll be a backcourt violation.
Not yet. That's an 8-second call.
It is, you're right.
It was actually about 12 seconds. The shot clock was down to 12 there, but either way, possession goes the other way.
We'll give you a little bit of space, a little bit more. 25 points now. Kāhu really dominating this one. Dale again.
Oh, nice board by Bairstow. Snags that one to the left.
And this is a really worrying sign for the Phi right now, because clearly they're on their way to a 5th straight loss here. And as you mentioned, they have the Hoi Hall coming to town, or heading to Taupo on Saturday. Rutuno keeps it alive. Shot goes up. Big push off McKenna Dale. And you're not going to get away with that, Casey Frank, right in front of a coin official.
And you can get away with that sometimes with players of similar size because they won't fall down, but she got that elbow right up into the chest of Rutuno. It's going to be really easy to speed, and here we see it again. Look at the speed of Rutuno, getting her body in front. There's that little extension. That happened right in front of us, and there was certainly some force to it.
Eva Langton's come into the game for the Phi. Ledger Walker, Bairstow. Hit some good shots in the opening half, Steph Bairstow. Handy pass, Ledger Walker, Rutuno for 3.
Megan Mullins in the paint, basically setting a screen with her post up. That's a timeout to the Phi. Down 28 points, and what wasn't in control of the Kāhu is now well and firmly within their grip. Well, I'm just about to put this one in the chili bin.
Talia Tapia still leading the way. MVP vote 38%. Amari Thomas is up to 29%. They have been the dominant forces here tonight. QR code is right there. Scan away. Speaking of scanning, did you say chili bin?
That was just for you. I was waiting
for Eski. Coach mate, we've been talking about this earlier tonight. It's a free app. Scan away, get in there and get involved. They cover all sorts of sports, and it is such a wonderful tool for coaches to use.
The grassroots is the key. Basketball New Zealand partnered with Coach Mate to make it easier to deliver fun, engaging, organized coaching sessions. If you're a parent coaching your kid's sports team or a teacher coaching kids in a school setting, Coach Mate is for you. Scan the QR code and get there. It's got bite-sized instructional videos so you get to see everything. It's not just words. It shows you what to do. There's fun coaching tips and tricks of ways to get engaged with groups of kids and how to ensure that, in particular, girls feel comfortable and included in the sport to keep them in the game as well. They really have thought of everything. I've used it myself. I'm a big fan and proponent of this app.
It's great. My last Coach Mate question for the night, because you use it to coach your daughter.
Yeah.
My last Coach Mate question of you for tonight.
Well, let's hear it.
Does she listen to you?
Not on the court, not anywhere else. She is afflicted by the disease with which I have. And karma has come back in a big way.
That was probably the easiest question of the night, wasn't it? As Mullings, who has
into the front row.
She has really come to life in this last quarter.
Right, this is the longest continuous run we've seen for her really this season. Still a little ginger in that knee, but doesn't seem to be affecting the mobility.
And it is good to see.
7 points for her now. Make it 7.
Back at the Chemist Warehouse. 5:43 left to play here tonight. Second one is good. She's up to 8. Amari Thomas still sits on career 499, by the way.
Looks like it's going to be another game. Not going to be 500 tonight.
Done for the night.
She is on the bench with 5:43 to play and a 29-point lead. If this doesn't get under 20 points, I think those starters are staying over there.
A week to wait. McKenna Dale, nice pass to the lefty, Eva Langton.
You asked for Eva Langton earlier in this game. gets in, has an impact just about immediately.
Well, I think she just changes things up. She can spread the floor. She can get inside.
Oh, nice post.
And Mullings again.
With the left. McKenna Dale takes away that left shoulder spin, so she drops to the right shoulder and gets the steal as well, making Mullings his own one.
Massive 5 minutes for her. And this will give her a real boost of confidence.
Well, we've got a Bailey Flavel sighting on the bench. She's going to be checking into the game now.
Forster on Hokianga. And young Palace Hokianga comes up with it. Kitasome sends it back to her point guard. Now she gets on the drive, Kitasome.
Just saw a really nice moment there. We've got Emma Rogers checking in on the other side and Bailey Flavel on this side, and they both kind of looked at each other and had a little smile. Pretty neat, man.
Two 17-year-olds, of course, or thereabouts. Bairstow from that short corner. Ashley Jones is still out there. A blowout tonight. And again, a nice deflection from a Kāhu player. Defensively, they've been great. The Fire held to just 44 points. And some of the young guns hit the floor. As you mentioned, Bailey Flavel, Emma Rogers into the action. Megan Mullings takes a seat. Ominous signs given what we've just seen from her in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Some really good times ahead, hopefully, for her, battling back from injury. Langton for three. There we go.
Well, comes in, has an impact, 5 points in a couple of minutes. Nice to see that ball go through the net. The Fi could definitely use a few more of those to lift the confidence before their game Saturday.
You've played around the world, Casey, in that import spot. Just talking about Megan Mullings and injuries and all the doubt that comes with it. How important for her tonight. What a pass with Crystal Ledger-Walker.
The blind finish. Kiss off the glass.
Oh, wow.
You were saying, Justin.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Megan Mullings, that's what I was talking about. Just the chance for her to do what she's done in the last quarter tonight.
You know, it can weigh on your mind as an import when you're not getting that opportunity to play. I actually remember my first game in New Zealand was actually in this building. And my first game, I got there the day before, didn't play much the next day. And I was kind of thinking, like, am I going to be heading home soon? Because I get here, they don't put me in the ball game. And it's constant pressure because the easiest thing to swap out is that import position. And wait a minute, Amari Thomas back in the ball game.
Here we go.
Jody Cameron wants her to get 500. I can see a play coming back to Amari Thomas very quickly.
Here she is, the star Californian, and she's fouled. 3:24 to play.
She's heading to the free throw line.
Is she?
She's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
There we go. And she'll be subbed out if she makes the second. Tanika Ledger-Walker about to come onto the floor for the Kāhu as well. So this is great to see all of these young rising stars getting an opportunity here tonight. We see so much of them in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. For point number 500, there it is. And a big cheer for Amari Thomas, and why not? She has literally done that in 20 games of basketball. She is a superstar.
Straight bucket.
Really good to see tonight, Amari Thomas moving to be the only player in the 500 club in the GJ Gardner Homes at Tauihi. She'll be joined in the future, of course, but she'll always be the number one. Nice move, Kuka. Out to Rogers, inside on the drive. Kitasome can't finish.
Some of the best movement in the ball getting through your hands we've seen here in the second half in the Fi, though. Bench mob coming in and playing basketball the right way, always good to see.
Thomas. Oh, Flavel had left the scene. And that'll be a turnover. Let's look ahead. The Fi now have 48 hours or a little bit less to regroup, recharge, and try and rethink the way they're going about their basketball right now. This is their 5th straight loss of the season. And now they take on the Hoi Hoi, who, it must be said, are in a little bit of form. They've won their last 2.
Playing well. One of the teams that got together a little bit earlier, so a little bit more familiarity. you know, for the Phi, it's been a tough season. It's been one of those seasons from hell to start things off. A lot of injuries. Michaela Callan injured before she gets to New Zealand. Saw Jaeger go down within minutes of being of the first game. So there are some excuses. But guess who doesn't care about excuses? The win-loss record.
Yep.
It is what it is. So you have to find some answers. And your home court is a great place to do it because there is the ladder right now. The Kāhu will move to 5-1. The Phi will move to 1-5. A couple of one game back, or Tolokai or Hoiho might get a win as well. So Hoiho beat the Phi again.
That's the point here, isn't it? All of a sudden, they're going to be a couple of wins ahead and a game in hand.
The one saving grace for the Phi is the excellence of that Rapid League team. You see the points percentage on the right. If they can get into a tie on 4th place, if they can work their way up the ladder just one spot, they will have the advantage in that area. A tiebreaker will go to them because of their scoring prowess. But that scoring prowess has got to lead to a win. And they got to go back to the drawing board to figure out what's going to give it to them.
Here's a win.
That's always a win. A large meatball pizza, $30. Online code is BALLER24. Use that QR code if you prefer. Either way, a $30 large meatball pizza. This deal is valid until the 6th of November. Well, remember the 6th of November for that meatball special.
Love a meatball.
I don't think that's what Guy Fawkes was thinking, but you never know.
We'll have a look at the MVP race in just a moment. Amari Thomas is right in the thick of it. Can she add another 2? She gets after it, surrounded by 5 players. Oh, she's going to get it back.
3rd time's the charm.
And it is. Charming as it may be, she's off to the Chemist Warehouse for the N1. Amari Thomas.
Unselfishness of Crystal Ledger-Walker. Multiple feeds into the post to give her the opportunity to get to 5:03. She'll stay at 5:02.
I think she's going to come out of the game in a moment. Chloe Forster is about to come in.
Bucket here could stop the clock as well.
Asia Anderson.
Another rebound.
She's just so strong, isn't she? And how about the pass right down the lane? Tanika Ledger-Walker unable to finish that one. Teammates were on their feet. Here's Emma Rogers now. Langton. Thomas just flicks it out of play. 1:29 left. Ratuno and Forster back onto the floor. Crystal Ledger-Walker and Amari Thomas done for the night. They will look ahead now to round 6.
Oh, how great night for Amari Thomas. 22 points, 8 rebounds, and assist. Second leading rebounder in the game behind Lara behind Laura McSpadden and Panita Davidson, both in double digits.
Rogers, nowhere to go in the end, just had to flick it up, ran out of time. And the Kāhu are going to take possession back. This is one heck of a result for the Northern Kāhu, and it's not the result the Phi wanted.
Back-to-back shellackings of opponents for the Kāhu on this floor. This has been a statement for a few days here in the Eventfinda Stadium.
Well, they defeated the Pauakai by 26 last week. They're going to win this by 30 plus by the looks of it. And I'll emphasise just how big those wins have been, Casey. Foul there. By adding that the average winning margin in Tauihi this season is 9 points. 9.
Yeah,
that's going to jump up tonight. It's going to jump up.
It's going to get a bit bigger after the Kāhu are starting to impose their will on the competition. You know, you look back at the history of this abbreviated league, 3rd season in competition. Year 1 really was all Queens and Kāhu. They were a step above everybody else. Dominated, ended up in the final play. Last year, the gap closed a little bit, but it still were those 2 teams who felt like they were a wee bit better than everybody else, as Chloe Forster and Lily Ratuno aren't on the same page, back to the 5. But this season, it looked like it was getting closer. But the Kāhu are keeping that crown on their head for now. And you're going to have to snatch it off if you want it for yourself.
And they've well and truly done a job tonight. Flavel with the steal is fouled. We're going to bring up the MVP vote for you in just a moment. Your last chance. In fact, there it is. Right on cue.
You shall receive.
Bang. Talia Tapia, 43%. Amari Thomas, 26%. Your last chance to vote tonight. Who do you want Casey Frank to have a chat with after the game? I'm actually looking forward to you having a chat with Talia Tapia.
She loves a chin wag.
She does.
Just keep it going.
Bailey Flavel. Not sure that vote will change too much. Tapia with another big game. Although, it just feels like it's Amari Thomas's night.
Yeah. Top 500. Top 500 points tonight. It's not a bad one.
Something late for the fine, maybe. Hokianga. Anderson, nice little hand in there.
And no rest for this Kāhu squad, despite the big lead.
On the curl cut, Kitasome, pass underneath, way too hot for Laura Kuka. And that'll be a Kāhu ball. Talked about the form of the Hoiho, and Hoiho are definitely on the move right now. BNZ player timeout.
Hey. A BNZ player timeout with 30 seconds left and up 31. Every bucket counts.
Well, maybe they just knew that we wanted to get another plug-in for the BNZ ticket to the big game. We love a QR code, as you well know. Scan that one, and you can grab yourself some free tickets to Tauihi. It's all about the groups, school groups, sports groups, community groups. Ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. 5,000 tickets to give away, and they have been snapped up, believe me.
You're going quick. We're out of the midway point, and I know we're well over the midway point of giving those tickets away.
Yeah, come and join us. Love to see your group out at the basketball. Dying stages here tonight. It's all about the Kāhu. Chloe forced her to add another 2. She can't.
Here's Anderson.
Oh, she's a worker.
Oh, hustle. Real bustle.
Got a number of plays like that, haven't they, the Kāhu?
There's no shortness of work rate on this Kāhu squad, that's for sure.
Well, this is a humbling result tonight. And they turn it over again. Game is done and dusted. This is probably where we're going to end. Although, Jodie Cameron's just called a timeout. She's going to advance and try and grab some points with 0.5 of a second to play.
Every point counts, yes. I'll tell you what.
To a point. To a point.
I might not be the best taste in steak because I'd be a little bit salty.
I've got someone sitting next to me at the moment, and they are literally just arms outstretched looking to the skies and saying, what's going on?
This is what I'd be marking down in my notebook.
Move on.
Well, if I was in the court, I'll tell you what I would do. Somebody would be wearing my elbow.
Hang on, what time of the night is it? Are you allowed to say this at the moment?
Look, if you want an extra play, well, somebody might end up on the floor. But get your extra play. Good job, coach.
Written and spoken by Casey Frank. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Hey, especially, you can't take those fouls home.
If they score a basket out of this is one of the best timeouts I've seen this season. 81-48. Sorry, I just want to get back, talk about the Hoiho before. The Phi, what do they got to do between now and Saturday night?
Well, it's defense. Giving up 81 points. Their offense normally okay. They're going to have to get on the same page, figure out how Michaela Cowan fits into this. A few more hurdles for them to climb, but they have the talent to turn things around.
Here we go, potentially play of the season coming up in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. And it comes, Forster!
You almost had it.
Did we build that up enough, by the way?
You definitely did, no doubt about it.
Final score tonight, 81-48. A huge win for the BNZ Northern Kāhu. And a long, hard look in the mirror coming up for the Northern Group Tauranga Whai. Their 5th straight loss this season. And they head to Taupō to take on the Southern Hoiho. There's the final MVP vote tonight. Talia Tapia is your choice. Always love to hear from the fans and the viewers. And Casey Frank is about to step out and see if he can catch up with the star, Talia Tapia. Amari Thomas tonight, the first player in Tauihi history to surpass 500 points. And that is an effort that is worthy of praise, given it's come in about 20 games of basketball. Kāhu mascot, very happy tonight. They are definitely on a charge, the reigning champs. 5 wins, 1 loss on the season, and they sit atop the ladder. Oh, Tauihi Basketball is ready to go with Casey Frank. Here she is.
Well, Talia, that was a pretty hard-fought game despite being lopsided on the score sheet. What was the key for the Kāhu to come out in that second half and really dominate?
Yeah, defense. We know that we can score on any given night, and we've got 3 big scorers, myself, Panina and Mari. And credit to Mari with her 500 points. That's incredible. But just defense and getting stops and rebounding.
So many weapons for the Kāhu. 2 of the top 4 leading scorers in the league, 1 of the top 5 assist players in Crystal Ledger. Where do you guys decide, how do you decide how that ball flows, who's getting the ball, who's getting the energy, where it's going on any given play?
Just being unselfish, really. We know that, like I said, everyone can score, and if it's Mari's night, my night. But really, if we had 3 scorers and we can get double digits, then that's how we get the W.
And this is the second week in a row we've seen teams trying to get a little bit physical with you personally, trying to knock you off your game. Hasn't had an effect. CC gets fired up on the court. How do you feel about that style of defense?
No comment.
Appreciate the time. Good luck on the floor.
Thank you.
With the best possible answer you could give. She is a great player, isn't she, Tauihi Basketball? Speaking of scary things, on Halloween, it was a scare fest for the fight tonight. The Kāhu coming out and putting on a big, big show. That may be the best answer I've ever seen to one of your questions, Case, by the way.
Don't say that. I'm going to get that all the time now. No comment. I feel like a real reporter. I feel like I'm investing in Watergate or something.
I liked it. High fives for the Kāhu, even from the Scarecrow. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats.
Well, there you see the leading scorers. Amari Thomas, 22, tops 500. Talia Tupaya, 17, not too far behind. And Megan Mullings, her first double-figure points. Ashley Jones and Elena Snyder hitting double figures on a multitude of shots. Combined, 6 for 33 were those 2 players for the Phi.
17% they shot tonight, the Phi.
Tough day. Panina Davidson, leading rebounder for the Kāhu, chased closely by Thomas. McSpadden grabbing 11 caroms for the Phi. Onto the assists, where the ball was moving freely for the Kāhu. Crystal Ledger Walker, she's the player, top 5 in assists, and she's going to stay there with this 7 assist night. Jade Karasome and Michaela Cowling, 2 apiece for the Phi. Big block party for Panina Davidson, got 4 of them. Lara McSpadden, 2.
I know her shots didn't drop tonight, Case. I know her shots didn't drop. 4 blocks for her, but a lot of deflections as well for Panina Davidson.
Moving around, played really well defensively, and the offense could come because she was in the right spots doing the right things, just didn't fall. Taking a look at the steals, Chloe Forrester, no surprise that she's up there. Surprise Lily Ratuno's down at the bottom. Elena Snyder, 3 for her as well. Talia Basketball doing it all. Little O, a couple of steals, not bad at all. And those are your Chemist Warehouse stats.
Let's have a quick look at the games coming up in GJ Gardner Homes at Tauihi, of course. Don't forget to get along nice and early to also check out the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Games coming up across the country. We've got a day off tomorrow, then we're back into it Saturday afternoon. Rapid League from 4, Tauihi from 5, the Phi and the Hoi Hoi. That's going to be a fascinating game. Hoi Hoi on a bit of a run right now, but this Phi team, they have to respond. They're going to soon be running out of time. They are 1-5 on the season. Sunday afternoon, Rapid League from 2, Tauihi from 3, Pauakai and the Queens, and then round 6 tips off next Thursday night with the Phi back at home to the Pauakai. That's what sits ahead. Been a bit of fun tonight. Been some good people dressing up in the crowd. Hope you've had some fun out there, trick and treating, watching a little bit of basketball as well. A huge win for the Kāhu, most impressive, 81-48. You led to trick and treat after 9:30. It'd be a little bit scary if you rolled up at someone's door right now.
The last time I tried trick or treating, I was 12, and the lady at the door called me a little monster because I was about 6'1", and I was no longer. So that was my last experience on the trick or treat trails.
It's been fun chatting with you tonight, Case. We've had one of those games where we got a chance to do a lot of it. 81-48 tonight. Kāhu get home. Hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of everybody at Sky Sport, we'll see you for more GJ Gardner Homes at Tauihi on Saturday night from Taupō. See you then.